How do you do it, Gomer?
Do what?
Well, what kind of combination is that? Chili beans and a chocolate soda.
It's delicious. You see, the chili beans is kind of tingly, and the soda's real creamy and smooth. It's been one of my favorite combinations since I was a boy.
You know, someday they're going to call out the demolition squad for you because you're going to blow up like a bomb.
Oh, Frankie.
It's cold. That's what's wrong with it. What did you do? Let it sit out in the kitchen for 10 minutes before you brought it out?
I brought it to you hot. It's not my fault you let it get cold.
Then whose fault is it that I don't have a napkin? And my water glass has been empty for the last 10 minutes. Listen, sweetheart, I got news for you. You got a lot to learn about waiting on tables.
Well, Sergeant Henchley, there are a dozen other restaurants you can go to if you don't like this one. And it won't hurt my feelings one bit if you leave.
Boy, that Henchley. How'd you like to be in his platoon?
Murder. No wonder they call him the Beast.
Well, it fits him. He makes Carter look like Mother Goose.
I don't see how anybody can talk like that to Miss Ginger. She's so nice.
How's everything here, boys? Want some more coffee?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, me too.
Would you like some coffee, Gomer?
Oh, no, thank you very much. It was certainly kind of you to ask. Everything was just perfect. My chili beans was just as nice and hot, and my chocolate soda was just as nice and cold, and the service was just wonderful, wasn't it, fellers?
Yeah, very nice.
And the silverware and the glassware was just sparkling.
Thanks.
I don't know when I've enjoyed a meal as much.
Thanks.
And Miss Ginger, if I was you, I wouldn't take it too much to heart.
What?
You know, some people just don't know no better.
Oh, Sergeant Henchley.
Yeah, hey, how come you take all that guff from that loudmouth?
That loudmouth is my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
You mean you go steady with the Beast?
Oh, that's all right. I know they call him that.
Well, he sure don't talk to you like he was your sweetheart.
Oh, he sounds off a lot. I guess he's just practicing up for the day when we get married.
Ah, that does it. I've had it. Ginger, come here.
Now, what's the matter?
Well, I just want to tell you that you're betting 1,000, sweetheart. The steak was tough, the soup was cold, the salad was soggy, and the coffee was boiled.
Well, I didn't know you were such a gourmet.
I'm getting out of here. I mean, this place is ridiculous. You know, eating here is like playing Russian roulette. I'm going.
Well, go. Go.
All right, I will.
That's terrible, just terrible talking to a lady that way.
Boy, what a lovely guy he is. You know, somebody ought to take a poke at him.
Well, it better not be you. It'll be the last poke you ever took. He'd break into 7 pieces, 1 for each day of the week.
Well, what do you say we get out of here and head back for the base?
All right, let's go. Come on, Gomer, you ready?
No, I tell you, fellas, I think I'll just stay around here for a while. You going back if you want to, and I'll see you later.
Why? What are you going to do?
Well, I think I'll just hang around and maybe have another bowl of chili beans and another soda.
Are you kidding?
I just can't sleep if I'm hungry.
All right. Here, this ought to take care of ours.
See you fellas later.
Okay, go.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, Miss Ginger.
Hello, Gomer. What are you doing here?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I was waiting for you.
You were?
Well, I thought maybe you might like to have somebody walk you home.
Oh, well, thanks, but I can walk home by myself, thank you.
Oh, I know you can. I'm sure you can, but I thought maybe you might be a little upset.
Upset? About what?
Well, about what happened in there with Sergeant Henchley a little while ago.
Oh, well, I'm used to that. It happens pretty often.
Well, I don't think you ought to walk home alone. It's bad when folks that are upset are alone, because then all they got on their mind is upset thoughts to think about. Sure you don't want some company?
Well, all right, Gomer. Let's go.
Poor thing, she was so fat that one time she went to make a phone call and she got stuck in the booth and couldn't get out.
Oh, that's awful. What did she do?
Well, she screamed for somebody to give her another dime and she called the fire department. She was fat, but she sure had a head on her shoulders.
Well, this is it. And Gomer, I really enjoyed the walk.
You mean you're feeling better now?
Oh, yes, much better.
Well, I'm sure glad to hear that.
Gomer, you know something? You're really a very nice person.
You mean 'cause I walked you home? Shoot, that was my pleasure. And I just want to say that anytime that you're feeling down and don't want to be alone, you just let me know.
Well, thanks. Maybe I'll do that.
Well,
I really appreciate it. Good night.
night, Ginger. sorry, fellas. Somebody left their bucket out. I'm sorry.
Is that you, Gomer?
Yeah, it's me, Duke.
You're just getting in. Where you been?
Well, I waited around the cafe until Ginger got off, and then I walked her home.
Ginger? You walked her home? Are you out of your mind?
Well, why? What's wrong with that?
She's Hensley's girl. He'll tell you in half.
Well, I don't know why. It wasn't a mushy walk home. It was just a friendly walk home. And even if she wasn't Hensley's girl, it wouldn't be nothing serious.
Well, you're just lucky he didn't catch you. I'll talk to you about it in the morning. In the meantime, if I were you, I'd keep this whole thing quiet.
Well, it was just a friendly act, is all.
Gomer, I'm trying to tell you, she's Hensley's girl. You heard him tonight. You know why they call him the Beast? You know what he can do to you?
Well, what can he do to me?
He can kill you. That's what he can do to you. Now, I'm warning you. Be quiet and stay away from her.
Be quiet.
I said I'm sorry. It was just a friendly act, is all.
Here you are, fellas.
What did he order? A chocolate sundae, the same thing we ordered.
Well, the ice cream was hard when I made yours, but it softened up when I made his.
Golly, you all got little bitty sundaes, didn't you? You want part of mine?
No thanks, Gomer. We hate soft ice cream. Let's get our checks and get out of here, okay? Ginger? Ginger, can we have our checks, please?
Sure. One chocolate sundae, 45 cents. One chocolate sundae, 45 cents.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's his check?
Oh, his is on the house.
Huh?
Gomer was our 100th customer today. Congratulations, Gomer.
Golly, ain't that lucky, fellers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite people.
Hope you don't behave as badly as you done last night.
Hello, Arthur.
Tip me off, sweetheart. What's going to be bad tonight, the food or the service?
Arthur, don't start that.
Why? Did anything change? It was rotten last night. It's going to be rotten again tonight.
Then why did you come back?
I thought I'd give this dump another shot. You know, best out of 3.
Arthur, you know something? I found out something about you.
Yeah, what's that?
You're crude. Crude. I found out that all people don't have to act the way you act, that some people can be gentlemen. You're crude.
What do you mean?
I found out something else, Arthur. The way you treat me, you upset me an awful lot. Take last night, for instance. You know what I would have done last night after what you did? I would have gone home and cried myself to sleep. But last night was different. I found out that some people can be kind and gentle and understand how a girl feels. They don't have to be crude. You're crude.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you don't have to wait around for me till I finish tonight.
Huh?
And you can forget about tomorrow night, too, while you're at it. Maybe you'll learn how not to talk so fresh to me.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. Here. And we're all out of the veal goulash. Gomer.
Hey, Miss Ginger.
Gomer. Remember what you said last night about if I ever felt low and needed company to call on you?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I sure do.
Well, I was wondering, would you like to take me to a movie tomorrow night?
Me? Well, I'd be glad to. Hey, there's a Hercules movie on. Would you like to see that?
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, good. You really ought to go with somebody. On account of nobody ought to see a Hercules movie alone.
Fine. You can pick me up around 7:30. I get up early tomorrow night.
Wait a minute. Gomer, aren't you on guard duty tomorrow night?
And you have KP, Gomer. You're going to be all tied up.
Oh, no, not me, fellers. I'm free as a bird.
Good. I'll see you tomorrow night, Gomer.
Gomer, what's the matter with you? She's Hensley's girl.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm not trying to do nothing except be friendly to somebody that needs a friend. What's wrong with that?
Well, Sergeant Hensley, what'll it be tonight? Stuffed bell pepper?
Now, look, are you trying to tell me you got a date with someone else?
Or perhaps the Irish stew. That's very nice.
Who's the guy? Tell me who he is and I'll tear him in half.
Arthur, keep your voice down. You're getting very shrill. Oh, good night, Gomer. See you tomorrow night.
Night, Miss Ginger. 7:30, huh?
Is that the guy? You going out with that creep? That miserable creep?
Arthur, don't be crude. You're very crude.
You owe me 14 grand, Sarge.
Yeah, well, I'll get even, don't worry.
I'll settle for $1.40 cash.
You got a deal.
Okay, where's the $1.40?
You'll get it payday. Get off my back.
Hey, Carter.
Hello, Ainsley. What's on your mind?
Listen, Carter, I want to tip you off to a little something. Your platoon is going to be one man short if you don't wise up one of them privates of yours.
Huh? What private? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that long, skinny guy with the goofy face.
What long, skinny guy with a goof? You mean Pyle?
Whatever his name is, he's in your platoon. So I think it's only fair to tell you first.
Yeah? What'd he do?
I'll tell you what he did. He's been hanging around that place where my girl works. He's trying to move in on my girl.
Are you kidding?
No, and you better talk some sense to him, Carter, or else he's gonna wind up in the hospital.
I don't believe it. Gomer Pyle is moving in on your girl? What do you think of that, Boyle? Pyle is taking his girl. Boy, you must be just loaded with charm if a guy like Pyle can cut you out.
Listen, Carter, I'm not kidding. You tell that fathead to stay away from my ginger art.
I think he saw. And boy, I sure wouldn't want to be the guy he was saw at.
What do you think of that, Boyle? Gomer Pyle is moving in on the beast. I don't believe it.
Listen, you better warn Pyle. That guy's liable to kill him.
Yeah. Pyle could get killed, and Hensley could get busted for killing him, and there could be happiness here for everybody. But on the other hand, I am Pyle's sergeant. You know, Boyle, it's a complicated world. A complicated world. Well, you going into town, Pyle?
Right, Sergeant, I'm going to the movies.
You wouldn't happen to be going with a cute little waitress that works at the Bluebird Cafe by the name of Ginger?
Well, Sergeant, how'd you know?
Never mind. Now, look, Pyle, what you do off the base is your own business, understand? I don't like to interfere. But on the other hand, as your sergeant, it's my duty to keep you from getting killed or seriously injured, right?
Right, Sergeant,
Moving in on another guy's girl can be dangerous, especially when the guy's Hensley. He could rip you to shreds.
Moving in? But, Sergeant, I ain't moving in on nobody. I'm just taking Miss Ginger to the movies because she asked me as a friend.
Look, Pyle, I don't care who, where, or why. I'm just telling you what Hensley told me. Now, stay away from him.
But can he do that, Sergeant?
Can he do what?
Can he give you orders?
Who?
Sergeant Hensley, can he tell you to tell me what to do?
Well, no, of course not. I'm just telling you, if you want to stay healthy, stop muscling in on his girl.
Muscling in, but I'm not muscling in on anybody. You see, it all started the other night when Miss Ginger got upset because Sergeant Hensley talked mean to her. I walked her home and told her if she ever needed a friend, she could count on me. You'd do the same thing, wouldn't you, Sergeant?
Well, I could.
But if Sergeant Hensley gave you an order to give to me, then I don't rightly know what to do.
He didn't give me an order. I don't take orders from Sergeant Hensley.
But you just said that Sergeant Hensley told you to tell me...
He can't tell me to do anything. And he can't tell me to tell you to do anything.
But he did. He just...
Look, Pyle, you come with me.
Where are we going?
We're going over to see Sergeant Hensley. Now, come on. Hensley?
Yeah?
Pyle has got something to say to you. Go ahead, tell him, Pyle.
Well...
What he's got to say is it's a free country, and don't you ever forget it, Hensley. And if he wants to take your girl out, he's going to take her out. Right, Pyle? Go ahead, tell him.
The way you feel about it, Pyle.
Yeah, that's the way he feels about it. That's exactly the way he feels about it. And not you or anybody else is going to make him change his mind. Right, Pyle? Go ahead, tell him.
Well...
I mean, you're going to go right on seeing my girl.
He means he'll see anybody he wants to see, won't you, Pyle?
Well...
You let me give you a little advice, pal. If I were you, I'd think twice about trying to see Ginger again. I mean, if you want to stay healthy.
You think you can scare him, Hensley? If you do, you got another thing coming. Pyle don't scare easy, do you, Pyle? Go ahead, tell him how you don't scare easy.
Well...
Now, you listen to me, Private. The only reason I'm not tearing you in half right now is because we're on the base. But let me warn you. That could be your head, Pyle.
Well, if you think you can make him back down, forget it. He just ain't made that way. And remember, Pyle is gonna go where he wants to go, do what he wants to do, and see who he wants to see. Right, Pyle? Come on. Listen, Pyle, you better stay away from that dame or he'll kill you.
I don't understand, Sergeant. Didn't we just tell him I was going to go where I wanted to go and do what I wanted to do and see who I wanted to see?
Well, that was for his benefit. For your benefit, you better stay away from his girl or he'll beat your brains out.
Over, Sergeant. Carter warned you, Henchley warned you, and we're begging you. Tell her you can't take her tonight.
But I promised, and a promise is a sacred thing, especially to a girl.
But, Gomer, what if Henchley catches you?
Then I just have to explain to Sergeant Henchley that I was just being friendly. After all, if one person can't be friendly to another, then what's this world coming to?
But, Gomer...
Now, listen, you get the tickets, and I'll be right along with Ginger. And you know, Sergeant Henchley can't be too mad if all three of us take Miss Ginger to the movies. And this should prove to him that I got no interest in taking his girl away.
Yeah, maybe we'll all wind up in the same ward.
Go on, and I'll be back with Miss Ginger in just a few minutes. But, Ginger, I don't understand. You don't want to go to the movies? I thought that you said that you...
I know, Gomer. But you see, the only reason I asked you to take me was because I was angry at Arthur and I wanted to get back at him. I guess that wasn't a very nice thing to do to you, Gomer. Will you forgive me?
Well, that's okay. You had a right to be angry after the way he talked to you.
I know, but I was just being childish and spiteful.
Then are you all right now?
Oh, sure. You go along with your friends. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure now?
Uh-huh. If I know Arthur, he'll be along in a little while, and he'll shuffle and mumble around, and pretty soon we'll wind up at the movies just like we were going to in the first place. It's happened before.
Well, that sure makes me feel a whole lot better, knowing that you two are going to get back together.
Gomer, you are sweet. Thank you for being there when I needed you.
What is this?
Arthur!
Hey, Sergeant Henchley, we was just talking about you. Ginger said that
You,
was...
out!
But there's something that you don't understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. Out! Out in the alley!
Arthur, please!
Sergeant Henchley, couldn't we do this a little later on? There's some fellers waiting on me at the movies right now, and they say you should see this picture from the start.
Out!
Operator, I want the police. Tell them to come to the Bluebird Cafe. And you better tell them to bring an ambulance. Hurry.
Okay, Pyle, I warned you.
Well, Sergeant Henchley, if you really want to fight, I guess I'll just have to do the best I can, but there's something you ought to know first.
Yeah, just put your hands up.
Okay, I'll put them up, but I think we're going to an awful lot of trouble for nothing.
Yeah? Well, what did I just see there, huh? You kissing my girl, taking her to the movies. What, am I crazy?
Well, as far as the kiss goes, it was just a friendly kiss, and I wasn't taking her to the movies. She was going to take her to the movies.
Huh?
That's right. She's got no interest in me, Sergeant Henchley, and I got no interest in her except as a friend.
What?
And you know something, Sergeant Henchley, this whole thing's your fault.
What are you talking about?
It's true, Sergeant Henchley. You put yourself in Ginger's place. There she is, working so hard, running back and forth all day long, on her feet all day in them little high-heel shoes. Did you ever try walking in them high-heel shoes? And what does she have to look forward to after a day like that? I mean, what's the bright spot in her life? I'll tell you, Sergeant Henchley, it's seeing you and maybe getting a cheerful word or a nice smile. On account of you're the person that really counts in her life. But what does she get? She gets the very same abuse she gets from them strangers. If I was you, Sergeant, I'd walk right back into that restaurant and beg that sweet little thing to forgive me. If you still want me to put up my fist, well, all right.
I think we better get over there. I'm getting worried.
I knew we shouldn't have let him go alone.
Oh, hi, Sarge.
What's the matter? Wouldn't they let you in? Is it for adults only?
We're waiting for Gomer.
Yeah, and we're starting to worry that maybe something might have happened to him.
Yeah, why?
Well, he went over to the Bluebird Cafe to pick up Ginger, and then he was...
Ginger? You mean that knucklehead was going to take her out after all? I warned him.
I did, too, but you know how stubborn he can be.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago.
Eventually sees him, he'll kill him. Maybe that's what's happening right now. Come on.
So you see, I'm sorry, Ginger. I guess I just wasn't thinking, that's all. But I want you to know I'm sorry.
Oh, Arthur.
Go on, Sergeant Hinchley, tell her the rest of it.
Well, you see, I guess I just never realized what a hard job you've got. And walking around all day on those high heels. And how you look forward to a kind word from me at the end of the day.
Oh, Arthur.
So you see, honey, I'm not really crude, am I?
No, Arthur, of course you're not.
You see, Sergeant Hinchley, you see? One kind word, that's all she needed. That's all anybody needs.
You may have something there, pal.
It's the prettiest sight in the whole world. It's two sweethearts that have just made up. Bless you both.
Arthur.
Hey, what's that?
Maybe something happened.
Oh, no, I'm sure it's nothing. You boys just sit here. I'll get you some coffee.
Hey, Sergeant Hinchley, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go call Sergeant Carter on account of he thought that you'd be angry. I just want to tell him how nice everything turned out.
Okay, pal.
And so you see, Pat, it's all a mistake. Somebody thought there was going to be trouble, but it's all right now. I'm sorry.
Come on! I heard a siren. I know I heard a siren. Holy mackerel, look at that. Hinchley beat us to it.
They're taking Gomer away in an ambulance.
Said he'd put him in the hospital. Come on. Hey! You two guys get a cab and follow that ambulance. I'm going inside to see what happened. Right, Sergeant?
Arthur.
Hinchley!
Hi, Carter. How are you, buddy?
You still here, huh? How did you talk yourself out of it?
Huh?
Clobbering a poor, defenseless boob like Pyle. Well, I'm not going to let you off so easy. Come on, Hinchley, get him up.
Now, what's wrong with you,
This
Carter?
is for Pyle.
Now, wait a minute.
This is for Pyle.
Now, hold on. You got this all wrong.
Come on, Hinchley, get him up.
Arthur, stop him!
Well, I'm trying.
Are you going to...
I couldn't. Sergeant Carter, what are you doing here? I was just trying to call you on the phone. You know what? You was wrong about Sergeant Hinchley. I mean, about him being so mean and all that. Why, he's a gentle person. I mean, he's gruff, but he wouldn't hurt a flea. Sergeant Carter, you got a cold?
Aren't you done with that yet, Pyle?
I just want to get this little speck off the windshield here, Sergeant.
Pyle! Pyle!
I'm sorry as I can be, Sergeant.
Oh, you lame brain, you knucklehead. Can't you do anything right? Look what you did. What, are you stupid? Can't you do the least little thing without following it up, you stupid clown? I ought to take you out somewhere
Hey,
and...
Carter.
Huh?
I'm surprised at you. You of all people, what's the matter with you? How can you be so thoughtless?
Huh? What are you talking about? You see what that big goof did to me?
Yeah, but he's got a hard job too, you know. On his feet all day in those heavy marine shoes. And what has he got to look forward to, huh? What's the bright spot of his day? Why, when his sergeant comes up to him and gives him a kind word and a smile. And what does he get from you? Abuse? Tell him, Pyle.
Golly, Frank, it really is nice of you to invite me home with you. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, you love it, Gomer. You like Italian cooking? Well, just wait till you taste my mama's Italian cooking. Bellissima. Tonight we'll probably have some of her chicken cacciatore.
Chicken what?
Cacciatore. Go ahead, you can say it.
Oh, I could never.
Oh, come on. Try.
Chicken? How's that so far?
Now, cacciatore.
Chicken cacciatore. How about that?
Well, you're learning.
Cacciatore. Hey, Frankie, how long will it take us to get to your house?
Well, it's about a 3-hour ride on the bus, but it's worth it. Hey, we might even have some veal parmesan with cannelloni. Or maybe fettuccine. Or maybe even lasagna.
Golly, I hope them things are easier to eat than they are to say.
Gomer, you meet the whole family. Everybody will be there. Mama, Papa, my sister Rosa, and her boyfriend Leo, and maybe even Uncle Julio. They always get together on the weekend.
Sure sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. You know, Gomer, I don't want this to sound like I'm bragging, but I got the happiest family in the world.
Oh, that's nice. That's the most important thing, and you should brag on it.
Yeah. Gee, they're great.
Wait a minute. One person talk at a time, huh? I talk first. Now.
Papa, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And let's not embarrass Leo when he comes here tonight.
Tonight, but he's always here every night. And when is he going to ask you to marry?
Please, Mama, let's not bring up the marriage thing again.
But Rosa, how long, huh? How long? You're not getting any younger. In another year or two, you're going to be, come si dice sul viale del tramonto?
Over the hill.
Yeah, over the hill.
Mama, it's my life, and I'm not worried.
You don't have to worry. I'm worried enough for the two of us. She don't worry.
Look, Frankie's coming home for the weekend. Why upset him? Let's not drag him into this.
Because he's your brother. Why shouldn't he know how long your Leo is taking to...
Mama!
She's right, Mama. Basta. Knock off.
All right. I won't say another word. All right, no more about you and Leo. When Frankie come, everybody happy, okay, huh?
Good.
That's good.
Straighten up in here. I go look in the stove.
Hey, he's here.
Oh, that's sweet, Frankie. How long since you been home?
I was home last weekend.
That's right.
Oh, now, wait. I brought a friend home for the weekend. This is Gomer Pyle. Gomer, this is my mother, my sister Rosa, and my father.
Hey, everybody.
Ah, Mr. Gomer Pyle. Benvenuto. Welcome, huh? What's your first name, Mr. Gomer Pyle?
Hey, that is my first name, Gomer.
Como? Hey, you relation to Perry Como? He's a paisano.
No, it's Gomer Pyle.
Ma io non capisco. Non ha nome, soltanto il cognome.
Any friend of Frankie's.
Glad you could come, Gomer.
Go on, Gomer. Say it. Listen to this, Papa.
Oh,
No, go on.
well. Buongiorno, everybody, and ciao.
Hey, that's a good Italiano, huh?
I taught him on the way up. Come on, let's go in. Come on.
I think you're getting scared. I'm going to
Buongiorno and ciao.
What'd I tell you, Gomer? Happiest family in the world, huh? What's new, Mama?
What's new? You want to know what's new? I'm going to tell you what's... No, you tell him what's new. You know better than anybody what's new.
Please, you promised you weren't
He's
gonna
my
bring it up.
son.
Don't
He's
We're going to start that again, huh? Fast, huh?
in this house.
Mama, what I'm going to do? Hold it.
Remember, Mama, he's here to enjoy.
Mama, what's going on?
Nothing. I promise to say nothing to make you upset this weekend. We're going to laugh and enjoy and have a good time, even though my heart is breaking.
Mama, please. Frankie is...
I'm not talking to Frankie. I'm talking to Mr. Gomer Pyle. You're not involved. You outside. Mr. Gomer Pyle, look at Rosa. What's wrong with her?
Wrong? Has she been feeling sick?
Mama.
She's feeling fine. Me, I'm the one that's sick.
Mama, please.
Look, why don't you take Gomer up to his room? Go ahead, Gomer. Papa will show you where your room is. I'll be with you in a minute. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
I'm glad to have met all like you and hope you're feeling better, ma'am.
Hey, this way, huh?
All right, Mama. Now, what's going on?
Look at the ring on Rosa's finger.
There isn't any.
And just because of the dumb fella she goes with.
He is not. Frankie, you know Leo.
Not like I do. Every night for 2 years he comes here for a free supper.
You make it sound like you don't even know why he comes here.
Why he comes here is to feed his fat face with lasagna and go home. That's why he comes here.
Mama, he loves me. He told me.
When was his mouth empty long enough to tell you?
Leo will marry me when he's ready.
When he's ready for marriage, you'll be ready for Medicare. Oh, Rosa, cara, I want to see you happy and married, and I want to have grandchildren.
Mama.
All right. You want to waste your time with Leo? Va bene. But if one day I kill myself, you'll know why.
Mama, you just...
Oh.
Mama, please, what are you doing? Ma queste femmine vanno si pacci per la Madonna. Non so che cosa devo fare in questa famiglia.
Mama.
Oh, Frankie, what are we gonna do? Come on, sit down. I gotta talk to you. And that Leo, he's just breaking your sister's heart. All of that waiting.
Well, Mama, what can I do?
Maybe you could give him a little hint or something.
Well, is he coming to supper tonight?
Like every night, please. He just needs a little spintarella.
A what?
A push. A push.
All right, Mama, I'll try. Well, it sure is nice seeing the whole family together like this. It's a lucky man who has a family. Gives you the feeling of roots, something to work for.
You're absolutely right, Frankie.
Yeah. Hey, Mama, how long you and Papa been married?
27 years.
Oh, that's wonderful, just wonderful. Nothing like marriage, I always say.
I say it, too.
Me too, if it's the right boy and girl.
Boy, you said it.
Of course, if it ain't, it can be just awful. That's the reason couples shouldn't rush into these things.
Eat, Mr. Gomer Pyle, eat.
But it's true. My mama used to always say, marry in haste and repent in leisure.
Your mama used to say that?
Oh, Mama had a million sayings like that. She had another one that went...
Eat, Mr. Gomer Pyle. We talk later.
Leo, Mama tells me you got your own butcher shop now. How's business?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's nice. Your own business, going pretty good. Guess the next thing you'll be thinking about is settling down.
I don't know. I owe money on fixtures and things. I gotta take care of that first.
You're 100% right. Man's got to settle up before he can settle down, right?
Your mama say that, too?
That's right.
Your mama didn't have no daughters, did she? I didn't think so. Oh, Leo, some bread. Rosa made it. In fact, she made everything.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I thought you made the dinner, Miss Lombardi.
Me? Well, where did you get that idea?
Frankie told me. Said you was the best cook in the whole world. Said a feller today might as well stay single. That none of the girls today can cook like their mamas.
Did my big mouth son say that? Frankie? Did you really say that? What he said?
Yeah, Mama, Gomer got it a little twisted.
He got me a little twisted, too. Frankie, you gotta do something about him. He opened his mouth one more time. Rosa's an old maid. Please, Frankie, talk to him.
Shh. Mama, I'll explain things. Now, look, you go and ask him to come in.
All right. Why? Why don't we all go into the other room, sit around, have coffee, talk? After you, Leo.
That's a real fine idea.
Not you. You see Frankie in the kitchen. He wants to talk to you.
Do you want me, Frankie?
Yeah, look, Gomer. Look, it's about Rosa and Leo. See, we'd all kind of like to see them get married.
Oh, that'd be nice. When's it gonna be?
Well, that's just it. See, he hasn't asked her yet. We have to encourage him. So, look, try not to say things like marry in haste, repent in leisure, you know? Or that Mama made the dinner. See, that kind of spoils things.
Well, I'm sure sorry. I never meant to spoil anything. Golly.
Well, I know you didn't, Gomer. Well, you see, Leo's the kind of guy that needs a little pushing. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll make up for it. I'll pitch right in and tell him how nice it'd be to be married.
Good boy. Gomer, why don't you sit right over there? Well, it sure is nice seeing everybody again.
Hey, Leo, ain't it kind of lonesome being a bachelor?
No, not really. I live with my sister and brother-in-law.
Oh. Still, it's not like having young'uns around.
They got 8 kids.
Oh. But it's not like having your own home.
It is my home. They rent the top floor from me.
You mean you got a home and a business?
And a car and a color television set.
Still a man wants something else.
I don't know what. Seems to me you've got everything.
Some cake? Anybody want some cake with the coffee?
None for me, Mrs. Lombardi. I gotta be getting home. Thanks anyway.
But it's a very nice cake. Rosa made it. And she really did make the cake.
Thanks, but I really gotta go. Gomer, nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you, Leo.
Oh, I won't be here tomorrow night. I'm working late at the shop. Frank, you're looking good.
Yeah, leave it.
I'll go out with you.
That's the way it is. He eats, he goes, he comes back. He eats, he goes, he comes back. But about a wedding, Silenzio. Just seeing that Leo asleep on his feet makes me sleepy, too. Come, Papa.
It's very nice. Rosa made it herself.
He's gone. Come on.
Wait, Mama, it's still early. We're not going to go to sleep so early, are we?
What do we got to stay up for? Well, anything?
Mama, please.
All right, don't say it. I know already. It's nothing. Papa, let's go.
Oh, Mama, wait. Don't go up yet.
What are we going to do? Rehearse the wedding march?
Mama, but we don't want to go to sleep so early. Hey, how about some music? Gomer sings, you know that? Do a song for us, Gomer, huh? How about it?
Well, I hadn't really figured on it.
Oh, come on, Gomer. And Rosa, you can follow him on the piano. Come on, Gomer. You know, like you do in the barracks sometimes. Come on. Here you are, Gomer.
I do happen to know an Italian song, if you care to hear it.
Great. Crank it up.
Well, okay. Do you know Anima Cori?
I think so.
Wait, Mama. Come on, Mama. You'll enjoy it. Gomer's got a real nice voice.
I know. I heard it.
Mama, now listen, you mustn't worry about Leo. Besides, he's not the only fella in the world. Rosa will get a man.
Where? When? Who? How?
I give for you.
Mama, basta.
Andiamo.
Wait, Papa.
I only live.
What's that?
For you.
Listen. A love song.
I have but one desire, and it's to love you with all my heart.
Come on, Mama, let's go in and sit down.
No.
My whole life through. From stars I'll make your crown and kneel before you. I pray you'll take my hand, for I adore you. Open up the doors leading to heaven, a heaven mine and yours, Anna my Cori.
That was very nice, Gomer. Beautiful.
You really accompanied good, Miss Rosa.
Thank you, Gomer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm getting a little tired myself.
See you in the morning.
Good night.
Night now.
Good night.
Night, Rosa.
What is it, Miss Lombardi?
Call me Mama. You sang that song like you meant it. The answer to a prayer.
Now, look, Mama.
That's why he said all of those things to Leo.
Mama.
Sure, he wants Rosa all to himself. That's why.
Look, Miss Lombardi.
Don't spoil it with talk. Tomorrow we talk. And we got a lot to talk. Papa.
Yeah, Rosa made it herself.
What's your name, Frankie?
She means, Gomer, welcome to the family.
Morning, everybody.
Buongiorno. Papa, look who's here. Mr. Gomer Pyle.
Mr. Gomer Pyle, good morning.
Last
Buongiorno.
night was wonderful. You sang that song beautiful.
But I wasn't really...
Buongiorno.
Giulio, grazie. Giulio.
Hey, Giulio.
Eccolo.
That's him?
This is your Uncle Giulio.
I'm pleased to know... My uncle.
What do you think?
You're right. Just like a John Wayne. Sit down. Mr. Gomer Pyle, you are getting a good girl.
She's getting a good boy. He sings it like a Caruso.
Caruso, John Wayne, and a government check every month. Oh, she's getting some package. Tell me, son, what do you do when you're going to leave with the Marines, huh?
Well, I used to work in a filling station.
A gas station. That's perfect. We put him in with Dominic. Hey, he's another cousin. He's got a 12-pumper.
But I couldn't...
Don't thank us. What's a family for? Hey, do you like kids?
Beg your pardon?
Let me see your hand.
Julio, he reads at the palms.
But I couldn't let...
Mamma mia, guarda, guarda!
What?
He's gonna have 11 kids.
Julio, you're so...
Sure, absolute. Look. 3 girls and 8 boys.
Papa, you hear? 11 about me.
Hey, maybe 12.
Oh, figlio mio. I wish I could tell you how happy you make me and Papa. Giulio, grazie.
Caro fratello, mi hai fatto tanto contento.
Excuse me. I'll go up and see how Frankie's doing.
Yeah, you go up and talk to Frankie.
Mama, such a hand I never saw.
Frankie?
Well, how'd it go? You tell him?
Well, it was mostly a case of them telling me.
Telling you what?
Well, lots of things. Like I'm going to be a father with 12 young ones.
Well, it makes sense.
Your Uncle Julio's seen it all right there.
Well, didn't you tell him you're not interested in Rosa?
The fact is, I didn't. Before I could say a word, they...
Good morning, Gomer. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, Miss Rosa.
Hi, sis.
I heard about what happened after I left you last night. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am.
It's all right, Miss Rosa.
Mama just doesn't seem to understand that Leo and I really are going to get married someday. But she's just getting herself into a panic. You sing a song to me, and she's ready to grab hold of you, of anybody.
I understand.
Rosa, don't worry. I'll explain it to the folks.
Thanks, Frankie. Anyway, I did want you to know how I felt. Mama means well, of course, but she's just getting a little ridiculous. I am sorry. See you downstairs.
Oh, your sister sure is a nice girl. It'd almost serve that Leo right if another fella did come along and take her. And that could happen, too, because if you don't...
Hey, maybe you got the answer.
Huh?
Look, if Leo proposed, everything'd be perfect, right? So how do we get him to move? We throw a little scare into him that he's gonna lose Rosa.
A scare? You mean make up a story? Because if you do...
No. By telling him the truth.
What are you talking about?
Hi, Leo.
Hey, Frankie.
What are you doing, cleaning up?
Yeah, just getting ready to close the place.
You remember Gomer? You met him at the house last night.
Sure. What do you say there, Gomer?
Hey, Leo.
What brings you guys down here?
Oh, well, we just thought we'd drop by and see your place.
Yeah?
Gee, it sure is nice. Gee, we missed having you at supper tonight, Leo.
Yeah, I miss being there.
And I'm sorry you had to leave so early last night.
Yeah? Why, what happened?
Oh, Gomer sang a song.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was an Italian love song, wasn't it, Gomer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he sang it to Rosa. Boy, she sure liked it.
Yeah, so?
Oh, so nothing. But you should have seen Mama, Leo. Boy, to her, that was it. She grabbed Gomer and hugged him and kissed him. And guess what, Leo? She even brought Uncle Julio over to meet him. She wants him to meet the whole family. Boy, I'm telling you, she...
All right, Frankie. What are you trying to tell me?
Oh, nothing, Leo.
You're trying to tell me my girl Rosa's got a new boyfriend, huh? Him?
Well, I just...
Why don't you come right out with it? Who sent you down here with that message, Rosa or your mother?
Oh, Leo, look, you don't...
I don't like for nobody to put the pressure on me, Frankie. I don't like when they put the squeeze on me. Now, you expect me to fall for a story like that? Him and Rosa, they'll make me laugh.
All I did was sing a song, and I...
Okay, then go sing us some more love songs. See if I care. It's okay by me.
Well,
go ahead.
All right, let's go. Who could figure it would backfire like that? Who?
Now we've really got some bad news for your mama. Not only is she losing me, but from the way Leo sounded, she might be losing him, too.
Oh, the house is dark. Everybody's asleep.
Well, that's good, because I don't think I can face telling them tonight.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Oh, I forgot the keys.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, we'll just have to ring the bell, wake them up.
Well, let's don't do that. Maybe there's a window open.
Well, look, you stay here. I'll check around back. Maybe the back door's open.
No, you don't.
Leo, what are you doing here?
So you guys weren't kidding after all. You were on the level.
Huh?
I was thinking about what you guys were telling me back in the store, and I said to myself, no, it can't be. But it's true.
But Leo, I was just going to...
You were just gonna go up there and get her, huh? You're gonna elope. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna elope with her?
Leo, I was...
Well, I got news for you. If anybody's gonna elope with her, it's gonna be me. Do you understand that?
But Leo, I don't think...
I'm warning you now, Pyle. Don't try to stop me. I don't care if you are a Marine. When I'm mad, I'm a tiger. Now get out of my way.
What is it? What's going on?
Rosa? Rosa?
Ah, what is it? Rosa, wake up! It's a burglar! Help! Police! Ayuda! Help! Please! Help! Please!
What are you doing here?
What's going on? What is it? I don't know. What's going on?
You want to know what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I come for Rosa. She's gonna marry me. That's what's going on. And she's gonna elope with me, not him.
Who's him?
Him.
Well, hey, everybody.
25 years, no husband for Rosa, and in one night we got two of them.
Ain't that nice, Miss Lombardi? Ain't that real nice?
You hear that? They're gonna get married. Rosa and Leo.
My babies are getting married.
But isn't that what you always wanted?
He's taking my baby away from me. My baby.
That sure was good breakfast, Miss Lombardi.
Hey, where's Rosa, Mom? Isn't she up yet?
Up in the gun an hour ago. She and Leo went looking at furniture. I guess it's going to be all right.
Mama, it'll be perfect.
Poor Mr. Gomer Pyle. But Rosa could only marry one. She's been going with Leo for 2 years. He was a first.
I understand, and the best man won.
Oh, you say that, but I know deep in your heart it's a different. You're a healthy young man, and it's only natural that you should want to get married more than anything in the world. But don't worry, everything is going to be all right. Don't go away.
Good old Mama, she's worried about you suffering.
Bless her heart.
Mr. Gomer Pyle, I want you to meet Rosa's cousin Gina. She's not married. Why don't you sing her that nice song you know? Frankie, can't you see they want to be alone? Come on. Da-dum-dum-dum,
You understand your platoon should be kept at smooth operating level at all times, as units and as individuals. But for this week, I want that rule observed even more intensively. These newspaper people who'll be touring our base will write about anything they see. And I don't want them to see a single instance of un-Marine-like behavior. Not one. Is that clear to all of you?
Aye, sir.
Now, you all know the members of your platoons from whom you can usually expect less than perfect behavior. So I want you to address yourselves to these men in particular. I want you to advise them in no uncertain terms. For this week, watch it.
Watch it. I don't want to see any goofs, any foul-ups of any kind. I want you to act as if you're under observation every minute of the day. As if you're on 24-hour inspection. Is that clear?
Aye, Sergeant.
Is that especially clear to you, Pyle?
Yes, Sergeant, clear as crystal.
That's good, because I'm going to be expecting a little more from you than from anyone else.
You are?
That's right, Pyle. You are going to help me by keeping your eyes open and watching. Watching. And do you know who you're going to be watching, Pyle? You. You are going to watch you. You're going to stop yourself before you make the goof. When you even suspect that you're about to commit a piece of stupidness, stop. Call a friend and say, help me.
Sergeant,
Stow it, Pyle. You, Slater, Lombardi, get inside and scrub down the barracks. The rest of you, get over to supply and draw rakes and brooms. All right? Fall out. Move it. Remember, Pyle, there's going to be two of us watching you. I'm going to be watching you, and you are going to be watching you.
Right, Sergeant, and I'm going to be the one...
You're talking. You're not watching.
Well, I was just going to say...
Don't talk. Watch.
Polly, there's just one thing I want to explain to the sergeant. I just won't...
Pyle, you're talking. I'm watching.
I don't know why he's so especially worried about me. If there's gonna be any trouble, it's gonna have to come looking for me. If there's gonna be any trouble, it's gonna have to come walking right through that front door.
Good, buddy. Let's get the rest of the gear now. Come on.
Gomer?
Opie? Opie Taylor? Is it really you? Well, for goodness sakes, oh, what a surprise. Hey, where's your pa? Hey, fellas, this here's Opie Taylor. You know Andy Taylor's boy? Him, Sheriff Andy Taylor, back home in Mayberry, my best buddy. Well, I'll be. Hey, where's your pa? Is he outside? You know, you're not supposed to be back here in the barracks unless you got special permission. Did your pa get special permission from the captain? Where is he anyway? I better go tell him where to put his car. Well, my, what a surprise. What a wonderful surprise.
Gomer? My pa's not here.
Well, how did you get here? Who brought you? Ain't Bee? Did Ain't Bee bring you?
Nobody. I'm here alone.
Huh?
I ran away, Gomer. I ran away from home.
Oh, Mother.
Well, here it is. You said trouble come looking for you. You said it come right through that front door. So it came through the back door, but here it is.
Wait a minute. Opie, I don't think I understand. You say you run away from North Carolina all the way out here in California? How'd you do a thing like that?
I hitched a ride on a plane.
Well, how in the world could you do a thing like that?
Well, I went to the airport in Raleigh, and I told them I was traveling to California with my grandma, and we got separated while we was changing planes.
You didn't?
And they felt sorry for me, and they put me on a plane.
Oh, what a tangle web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Well, for goodness sakes, though, why California? Why'd you want to come way out here?
To join the Marines.
Oh, Mother, dear Mother, this is it.
Wait a minute, Duke. Well, what would make you want to do a thing like that?
Well, I wasn't doing too good in school, and Paul got a couple of blue slips. He told when you're doing unsatisfactory work. He sure gets mad when he gets those blue slips. So the other day I saw a few of them in the mail, and I thought maybe I better go away for a while and not come back till I'm grown up, and Paul can be proud of me again.
Okay, Nebraska, pick it out. Move it. Right, pick up the right. I said I'd be watching, and I am. Didn't I say to get this place swabbed down?
Yes, sir.
Then why aren't you doing it?
Well, we were just trying to decide who's going to go get the buckets and mops, Sergeant. Yeah, that's it. Okay, fellas, this is it.
What? What is this, a boys' camp? I don't care who gets the mops and the buckets. Just get them and get this place cleaned up. Now move it. Well, did you hear me?
Right, Sarge, here we go.
Yeah. Opie, you all right?
Uh-huh. Was that Sergeant Carter who's just in here?
Yeah, in the flesh, and he almost had us all.
Gee, Gomer, I'm sorry. Couldn't I go talk to the sergeant?
No!
I guess the first thing we gotta do is get you out of here, and then we'll make a plan what we do next.
Look, one of us better get over to supply and get the mops and buckets, and the other two...
Hey, hold it! What are you guys doing?
What are we doing? Is that what you asked, Sergeant? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? What's in that can?
What's in the can? Is that what you asked, Sergeant? What's in the can?
What is this, a minstrel show? Yes, Mr. Bones, what's in the can?
Well, it's trash. Yeah, that's what it is, trash. You know, trash. Papers,
cigarette butts.
Dust.
I know what trash is. Where are you taking it?
Well, we were taking it over to the dump, to get rid of it.
Well, you're going in the opposite direction. The dump ain't that way. The dump's back that way behind the mess hall. Don't you knuckleheads know that by now?
Well, Gomer thought this was going to be a shortcut. See, I told you, Gomer. Now, come on.
Hey, wait! Okay, now what have you got? What's in the bag?
What bag, Sergeant?
What bag? The bag you're carrying. What's in it?
Laundry.
Laundry?
Yeah, you know, laundry. Bed sheets.
Pillowcases?
Towels.
I know what laundry is.
Well, that's where we were taking our laundry to. You know, to the laundry. You know where they do the laundry?
What, did you lose your sense of direction today? The laundry's back that way, stupid.
Oh, well, of course, yeah. Well, come on, Gomer, we better hurry.
Gee, Gomer, it sure was a lot easier getting in here than getting out.
Yeah.
The sergeant, she's coming this way.
Sure you were. This place don't look no different than the last time I saw it. Okay, for openers, I'm putting the three of you on report. You can find the quarters until I can figure out just the right kind of punishment to give you. You got that? I'll talk to you later.
Wait, Sergeant.
Somebody's voice changing?
What, Sergeant? We didn't hear anything.
Can I come out, please?
What was that?
That? Oh, that was me, Sarge. I was just practicing my ventriloquism. See? Hello there, young man.
Oh, hello.
Shut up, Slater.
Sergeant Carter?
What is it?
Sergeant Carter, my name's Opie Taylor. I'm a friend of Gomer's, but it's not his fault I'm in here. See, I ran away from home to come here and join the Marines. I'm real sorry, Sergeant. I sure didn't want to get anybody in trouble.
Sergeant?
Don't say anything, Pyle. Don't say a word.
Well, Sergeant?
Not one word. Do you have any idea what the colonel would say if he saw a civilian back here in a restricted area? A civilian kid? A red-headed civilian kid?
Sergeant, I was just going to suggest...
No, you are not going to suggest. I'm going to suggest that you get this kid out of here. Get him back home today, now. Where do you live, kid?
In North Carolina.
North Carolina? There's a Marine base in South Carolina. Can you go there to enlist? Get him out of here, Pyle. Just get him out of here.
Yes, Sergeant. Where do you think I ought to take him?
Take him to the Army, the Navy. Take him someplace. Just get him out of here.
Yes, sir.
You keep him under wraps until it gets dark. You've been doing a pretty good job of it so far. When it gets dark, you take a Jeep and you get him off the base. You hear me? Off the base.
Yes, Sergeant.
As you were, these gentlemen are the press representatives covering our base. Gentlemen, this barracks is typical of all the others down the line. Each man has his individual locker. Aside from his rifle and pack, everything else he owns as a Marine is kept in these lockers. As you can see, the building is fairly compact, but with enough room for everybody and everything. Shall we continue?
Right. Thank you, Sergeant.
Carry on.
Did you see that, Pyle? Did you see how close I came to being sent to a federal penitentiary?
Federal penitentiary? Surely they wouldn't send you to a penitentiary just for having a little boy in your platoon area.
Not for that. For murder. I skipped the part about how I killed you first. You got your orders by tonight? Out!
Where do I take him?
Well, take him to a motel. That one that's up the highway a few miles.
Well, I sure hate to take him to a motel and leave him all by himself.
Oh, well, it's the best thing, Gomer. He could use it. He probably hasn't had a lot of sleep in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, poor little thing. He did look a bit peaked. This is hard. Yeah, it sure was some surprise. There was only one person more surprised to see him than me. My sergeant. Hey, Andy, would you like to talk to the boy? He says he'll talk to you when he gets here. Andy, tell Aunt B I said hey, and I'll see you. Well, at least your pa and Aunt B will rest easy knowing where you are tonight. Come on, crawl into bed. Go on, I'll tuck you in.
Gee, Gomer, I just want to tell you, I'm real sorry about all the trouble I made for you.
Oh, forget it, Oak. Everything's turning out all right. I'm just sorry I wasn't able to help you with your plan. But you'll be a whole lot better off if you go on back home and work out them blue slips. Now, you get a good night's rest, and you can talk it out tomorrow with your pa.
You going right back to the base now, Gomer?
Yeah, I expect to better. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Well, I'll call you first thing in the morning. You want a glass of water or something?
No, thanks.
Night, Oak.
Night, Gomer.
Oak, you know what to do if you need something.
What?
Use the phone. You know, in case you need something, use this here phone. It says right here, call office for room service. Switchboard closes at 11 p.m. Well, that means you won't be able to call after 11 o'clock. Do you think that you'll need anything after 11 o'clock? Well, that's good. County, you won't be able to call after 11 o'clock. There's something else you could do, though. You could open up the window and holler real loud. I mean, what did folks do before there was a telephone? I guess they just hollered out the window.
I guess.
Now, don't forget, before 11 o'clock, use the phone. After 11 o'clock, holler out the window. You know, there's another way.
What did you say?
I just couldn't leave that poor little fella in that motel room all alone. It was all bought and paid for, and it was a real nice room, too, at the Westward Ho Motel. But I just couldn't leave him.
Where is he?
He's outside in the Jeep.
Outside? Here on the base? You brought that kid back here to this base?
Well, I had to, Sergeant. See, I promised his daddy he'd be safe by my side until he got here. And well, if I left him alone in that motel room, I'd be going against my word. I'm sorry, Sergeant.
Well, don't give me you're sorry. You're stupid is what?
Well, I truly am sorry. I guess I'm just a softy.
Yeah, you got a soft heart and a soft head to match. It's a set.
Isn't there someplace, Sergeant? Isn't there someplace around here?
No, there isn't, Pyle. There is no place. You got the kid a room to stay in, and that's where he goes. Understand?
I just couldn't take him back there and leave him, Sergeant. I just can't.
You don't have to. I'm going to do it for you. Get back to your quarters. You I'll take care of in the morning. Him I'll take care of right now. Okay, you get in that bunk and you go to sleep. And don't you leave this place until someone comes for you in the morning. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And if you got any ideas about going back to that base, forget it. I don't want to catch you anywhere near that place. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you were my kid, I'd give it to you good for running away from home. What kind of thing is that to do anyway?
It was a knucklehead thing to do.
Huh?
That's what Gomer says. If you do something dumb, it's a knucklehead thing. And if you do too many knucklehead things, you won't be a squared-away Marine.
Yeah, well, he was right for once.
Do you think this knucklehead thing will count against me someday if I go to join the Marines?
No, it won't count against you. Look, go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Yes, sir. Sergeant?
Yeah?
In case I don't get to see you anymore, I want to tell you I'm real sorry for all the trouble I made today.
Yeah, well, forget it.
And I didn't want to come back to the base tonight, but Gomer was worried about leaving me alone.
Yeah?
He thought I'd be afraid being here alone, but I'm not. You can't be afraid and be a squared-away Marine, can you?
No, that's right.
Bye, Sergeant. And thanks.
You want a glass of water or something?
No, thanks.
Okay. Look, kid, in case you need something, you know what to do.
Holler out the window?
Huh?
The count of the switchboard closes at 11 o'clock. So Gomer said after 11 o'clock, holler out the window.
Oh, that's no good.
I'll be okay, Sergeant.
Okay. Good night, kid.
Good night, Sergeant.
What did you open the door for? How did you know who it was?
I figured it was you, Sergeant.
Listen, kid. I got another idea.
Sergeant, I just called the motel and the boy, he's not...
Pyle, wait a minute.
But I called him up. His
Pyle,
father,
will
what are
you
we gonna
settle
do?
down, huh?
But I called him to
Now,
talk
look,
to
Pyle,
him
I
and
can
he
explain
wouldn't.
everything if you...
They said...
Ted, hut!
As you were. Good morning, Sergeant.
Good morning, sir.
Our visiting friends wanted to take in the base today right from the beginning, from Reveille. Well, gentlemen, I would say this is as good a place to start as any, with the platoon sergeant. He's the one who gets things off to a proper start each morning. We can just follow him and watch a typical routine in a typical day.
Yes, sir. Why don't we step outside for roll call, sir?
Right.
Colonel,
Yes?
I didn't know the men were allowed to have their families stay on the base with them. Is that something new?
I beg your pardon?
Opie, you're here. Well, thank goodness.
What's going on, Sergeant? Who is this boy, and what's he doing on the base?
Well, I can explain, sir.
I think you'd better.
The boy is a friend of Private Pyle's. He comes from his hometown. He ran away from home and came here. The father's been notified and is on his way. In the meantime, I thought this was the safest place for the boy to stay until his father got here, so well, I let him sleep in one of my bunks.
You're assuming full responsibility for this?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir, but if you don't mind my saying so, that ain't exactly right.
What?
Well, Sergeant Carter here shouldn't have to assume the whole responsibility. You see, he ordered me to take the boy back to the motel, and I'm the one that brought him back here.
That's correct, sir. But then it was my duty to take the boy back to the motel and leave him there. Instead, I brought him back here.
But if I just left him there, none of this would ever
Yes,
happen.
but you didn't, Pyle.
But if I had just...
Wait a minute, both of you. We'll go into this in more detail later. For now, let's take care of the boy.
Excuse me, sir. I don't think you heard the whole story yet, sir. 'Cause it's not the sergeant's fault, and it's not Gomer's fault. It's really my fault, sir. I came here on my own. I wanted to join up, but not just the Marines. I wanted to be in Sergeant Carter's platoon. In the letters we get from Gomer, he always talks about how he's in the best platoon with the best sergeant. And that's where I wanted to be, so I could become a squared-away Marine. I guess it wasn't a very good idea. I guess it was a knucklehead idea. But if I was old enough for the Marines, I'd sure like to be in this platoon. 'Cause Gomer was right. Sergeant Carter is sure a good sergeant.
What a marvelous story.
What do you mean?
Well, it's got great human interest value.
You want to write about it?
Is that bad? To let the whole country know that a little boy came all the way here because you've got the best platoon and the best sergeant? Later, I want to get some pictures of the three of them. I mean, it's all right, isn't it? You could start a recruiting drive with this.
How old are you, son?
Almost 12.
Lie about his age. We're not equipped to handle 12-year-old Marines. Carry on, Sergeant.
Order! Huh! Parade! Right! Not bad, not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. Well, you got everything all packed and ready to go, huh?
Yes, sir.
What do you think's gonna happen when your dad gets here?
I don't know. I'd rather not think about that.
Well, maybe he won't be so tough on you. I sure hope he ain't as tough as my old man was. Boy, I remember once when I ran away from home. When my old man got a hold of me, he...
He what?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, maybe it won't be the same. You know, the world's changed a lot since I was a kid. Yeah, that must be him now. Well, look, kid. What do you say? I talk to him first, huh? You stay back here and let me talk to him.
Hey, Sergeant. Andy's plane was 10 minutes early, and he's there waiting on me.
Sergeant?
Hello, Sheriff.
My. What an occasion. Two of my favorite people in the whole world meeting face to face. My.
Where's the boy, Sergeant?
He's inside. Oh, he's fine, just fine.
Good. I'm much obliged to you for taking such good care of him.
Sheriff, can I talk to you for a minute? I mean, I don't like to mix in between a father and his kid. I mean, you do what you gotta do, but there are a few things you gotta consider.
Yeah?
Well, you see, that boy of yours, he's a very good boy. He's polite and he's courteous and, well, he hasn't been in any trouble at all. Right, Pyle?
That's right. Everybody praised him from the colonel on down.
You know, Sheriff, sometimes a kid's got to get something like this out of his system, and then he feels better for it. You know what I mean? And if you think a good beating like my old man once gave me is going to help, well, you're wrong.
Could I see him now?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in here.
Hi, Hope.
Hi, Paul.
You about ready to come home? Let's go.
You know something, Pyle? The world has changed a lot since I was a kid.
Oh, Vince, it sure is good to see you again. It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah, a long time.
The minute I got back into town, I said, you know what, I'm going to look up old Vince. Oh, remember all the good times we used to have together when we were going with each other? We really did some crazy things.
Yeah, we did some crazy things.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Are you expecting somebody?
No. I was just looking around.
Yeah, we sure did some wild things. And I was thinking, how about picking up where we left off, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, just one of the guys from my platoon. Excuse me. I think that guy wants to talk to me.
Oh, sure, Vince. Hey, hurry back, hon.
Yeah.
Hey, Sergeant.
Hello, Pyle. I guess you wonder what I'm doing here.
Getting something to eat?
I mean, you're probably wondering why I'm not here with Bunny.
Oh, well, to tell you the truth, I did wonder. Nothing's happened between you and Miss Bunny, has it?
Oh, no. See, it's like this. This young lady is an old friend, and we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Oh, that's nice. Old friends is the best friends.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you understand about the old friend and all. But it'll be better if you keep it to yourself.
What?
You know, the old friend.
Oh, of course. But who do I keep it to myself from?
Certain people. Bunny.
Why, Sergeant?
Well, she might not understand.
Why, anybody'd understand old friends getting together.
Look, Pyle.
Shazam!
Help! Robber! Hold up! Cops! Please, robber!
Here, Pyle. Watch him. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, what's going on? What happened?
I'll tell you about it on the way home. Come on, let's go.
Let me tell you. See, this guy walks in, see, and he shows me his gun. He says, this is a holdup. Lucky for me, some guy choked him.
What guy?
Huh? That guy over there, that Marine.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yeah, that's him. That's the guy that clobbered the crook, this Marine, right here.
That's nice going, Sergeant. May I have your name, please?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Well, he just said...
Yeah, but he was wrong. I didn't do anything. It was him. Here's your Marine. He nailed that crook.
But
No, I nailed him good. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, that's nice going, Private. What's your name?
Gomer Pyle, but I was...
You should have seen him jump in there like a cobra. Pow! And then he went into action.
What was that name again? Gomer Pyle?
That's right. But the private's got to get back to the base now. Is it all right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's good work, boy. Very good work.
I don't like it, Sergeant. I just don't like it.
Look, Pyle, I'll explain it to you one more time. If I told the policeman I did it, he'd have to put my name in his report. Next thing, my name is in the newspaper, and they also mention the fact that I was there with another girl, in which case Bunny would kill me.
But the plain truth is you did it. That's the plain truth.
You're just my insurance, that's all. Don't you understand that?
I don't know, Sergeant. I just don't know.
All right, you got a choice. You can tell everybody the truth and cause me and Bunny to break up, or you can go along with it for a day or so. Do you want to see me and Bunny break up?
Well, I sure would hate to cause you two to break up.
Okay, then just forget it, and everything will blow over real fast.
But I sure do hate to tell a lie.
Pyle.
But I wouldn't want to break you two up.
Then it's settled.
But I hate to lie. Oh, I wouldn't want to see you break up. But it's bad to lie. It's bad to break up. Bad to lie. Sergeant, I don't know what to do.
Pyle, do you want to break Bunny's heart?
Well, I'd never.
Do you want to see her kill me?
Oh, no.
Then forget it.
Well, if I have to.
Good. And believe me, it's already forgotten. Good night, Pyle.
But I sure hate to tell a lie. I hate to see him break up. But it's bad to lie.
Oh, they happened so fast I didn't even have time to think. Guy didn't see me coming. It was boom, boom, and it was over.
No kidding.
Yeah, just like a cobra. I struck like a cobra.
You jumped the guy with a gun. I was taking a chance.
Look, at a time like this, you don't stop to think. You go. And I did. Just like a cobra.
You jumped the guy with a gun.
Yeah?
How about that?
Come in.
Sergeant Carter?
Yeah?
I'm Don Mills, radio station KGRL. Colonel Gray told me to see you.
He did?
Yes, you see, I do a human interest show, and I'd like to interview one of your men.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Private Gomer Pyle. The colonel liked the idea, but he wanted me to ask you if you could release Private Pyle for a few minutes from his duties. It won't take long.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's okay with me if it's okay with the colonel. How did you happen to pick Pyle? I mean, what do you want to interview him about?
Oh, didn't you hear about last night?
Last night?
Well, yeah, he prevented a robbery.
Yeah?
Yeah, he jumped an armed robber with his bare hands. Oh, you got a real hero in your outfit.
Pyle's out in front of the barracks.
Yeah, I better go set up. Say, you know how he did it? A judo shot. Robber never knew what hit him.
Yeah, well, he's
never
over
knew what
there
hit him.
somewhere. If you look for him, you'll find him. I guess you wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, a little.
Well, the story's just like I told you.
Yeah?
Exactly. I did it, but I told the police that Pyle did it.
Yeah? How come?
How come? How come I told him that Pyle did it? Because I was there with another dame, that's how come.
Yeah?
Well, don't you get it? I had to tell him it was someone else for just this reason. Now it's gonna be on the radio and get all over town. If they knew the real story, they'd blab the fact that I was there with another dame, and where would that leave me with Bunny?
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe me?
Pence, whatever you say.
Okay, if that's the way you're gonna be, just forget I said anything.
If that's what you want, it's forgotten. And don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don Mills once again with Face to Face, the program that lets you meet the people behind the headlines. Today, we bring you the profile of a hero. We're here at Camp Henderson talking to Marine Private First Class Gomer Pyle, the man who captured an armed robber last night at a local restaurant. Private Pyle, why don't you tell us in your own words what happened?
Well, there was this fella with the gun, and somebody had to do something. Well, somebody did.
You most certainly did. Would you tell our listeners how you overpowered him?
Well, the crook, the fella with the gun, well, it was judo.
Judo, ladies and gentlemen. Was that part of your Marine training?
Well, I can almost say for sure it was Marine training.
When you saw the man with the gun, what went through your mind?
Well, I thought to myself, golly, that man has a gun.
And that's when you went into action?
Well, that's when everything started happening.
Tell us, Private, how does it feel to be a hero?
I don't know. Well, you know. I don't know.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the hero's own story, the story of a brave man, a modest man, a man who remains humble, almost embarrassed, in the situation that would turn another man's head. Thank you, Marine Private First Class Gomer Pyle, for your courage and your bravery. All I can say is well done. Congratulations. This is Don Mills at Camp Henderson.
Excuse me.
Gomer, you're too much. You never said anything about catching a crook.
Well, how do you like this guy? Barehanded, he takes a guy with a gun and doesn't say a word. I mean, how do you keep a thing like that a secret?
It's a regular John Wayne.
You mind?
I'd rather not talk about it. Excuse me, I got something to do. Sergeant?
What do you want?
Did I do all right? The things I told that man really pained me, but did I do all right?
Yeah, fine.
Well, I feel just terrible. I didn't really come right out and lie, but it's what I didn't say.
So what do you want from me?
Well, nothing. I just wanted to do what you told me.
Well, you did it. So okay.
But you said it's going to all be forgotten.
Well, I made a mistake. Sue me.
Well, I was just trying to do what you told me. And I just wondered, did I do all right?
You did fine. Now get out of here and get back to work.
So anyway, I says to her, honey, I've been called a lot of things in my time, but never that.
Hey, Sergeant.
How about that Pyle?
And what about him?
Well, he looks like the last guy in the world to pull what he did in that restaurant.
Yeah, you never know, do you? He's your prize knucklehead, too, isn't he, Vince?
Yeah.
What do you suppose got into him, Vince? How'd he get so gutsy all of a sudden?
Because I'll tell you, Vince, he sure don't look like a hero.
Pyle don't look like a hero because he ain't, okay?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'll lay it out for you. That thing that happened at the restaurant, throwing that crook, I did it. That's right, it was me.
What is this?
Are you putting this on, Vince?
No, it was me. I told Boyle the whole story, didn't I, Boyle?
Well, this may sound like a stupid question, but how come Pyle's getting all the credit if you did it?
Because I planned it that way. That's the way I wanted it. Because I was there with another dame and I had to lay low. Well, you guys know Bunny. I happened to be there that night with another dame. If Bunny found out about it, I'd be done for. Okay. Come on. Okay, Pyle. Tell him what happened at the restaurant.
Oh, Sergeant.
Go on, tell him.
Well, there was this fella in the restaurant with a gun, and I knew something had to be done.
No, not that story. Tell him what really happened.
What really happened?
Yeah. How I saw the guy with a gun, how I knew something had to be done, how I struck like a cobra.
Oh, that story.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like Sergeant Carter's saying. There was this fella there with a gun, and he struck like a
cobra?
Yeah, just like a cobra. That's what happened.
Okay, Pyle. Satisfied?
What did you make him do that for?
Huh? I didn't make him do anything.
No, just repeat word for word everything you said.
Look, Vince, we understand.
The private gets all the glory, the sergeant gets nothing. Sergeant gets jealous.
But it was the truth. You don't believe it?
Well, we can believe you or the newspapers, the radio, the police.
But you don't believe it, do you?
Vince, whatever you say.
Sergeant?
Don't you know better than to sneak up on people?
Well, I'm sorry, but I just had to talk to you.
So talk.
I feel just terrible getting all the glory that's rightfully yours. I'm living a lie that just ain't right.
Forget it. It's too late now.
But, Sergeant, it's just like quicksand. We're bogging down deeper and deeper.
Look, Pyle, we started this thing, and we're going to see it through.
Sergeant, I got another problem.
Yeah?
I got to get your permission to go over to Company A.
Company A? What for?
Sergeant Polk over, he wants me to give a judo demonstration.
What?
It all came about from this lie I'm living. They want me to show how I caught that crook with judo.
Oh, brother.
Well, that's what I say. You should be the one giving the demonstration. You see how we're getting in deeper and deeper? Why don't I just go to the newspapers and tell them?
No! No newspapers and no more of your problems. I don't want to hear it.
But, Sergeant, the judo, they want me to demonstrate.
Go, demonstrate. Just leave me alone.
But, Sergeant...
Demonstrate, demonstrate, demonstrate!
Do it look all right?
Oh, yeah, fine.
Where are we going?
I don't care.
Well, how about a movie?
No.
Well, then, how about some dancing at that go-go place?
Nah.
Well, what do you want to do?
Why do we have to do anything? Can't we just sit?
Just sit?
Yeah, just sit.
Vince, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey, I know what I wanted to ask you about. Gomer. We haven't even talked about him. How about that, Vince?
How about what?
Well, I guess I never really got to know him, did I? He always struck me as such a pussycat.
Yeah.
But I guess that pussycat must have a little tiger in him, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, I almost fell over when I heard it. I heard him on the radio. Did you hear him?
I heard.
I never dreamed he had it in him. That pussycat. Boy, Vince, why do you teach those guys to make them turn
Bunny,
like that?
I gotta go.
Go? You just got here.
I know, but I just remembered I gotta get back to the base. We got a big field problem, and it starts early in the morning.
Oh, well...
I'm sorry. I'll call you tomorrow, maybe.
And that's the way the whole thing happened. I just had to tell somebody on account I thought I was going to bust.
Now, wait a minute, Gomer, wait a minute. You mean Carter's the real hero, but you're getting all the credit for it?
It's not funny. I thought you fellers could help.
Well, Gomer, you got the best deal in the world. What a setup. Anytime Carter gives you a bad time, you just turn him into his girl, right?
There's got to be somebody that can help me.
Yes?
Chaplain, could I see you for a minute? I'm Private Gomer Pyle.
I'm a little busy. Oh, Gomer Pyle. Come on in, son. I've already heard one side of the story, Private. Now I'd like to hear yours. Now, I know how frustrating it must be to know that you did something and somebody else got the credit for it. That's very disturbing. But what's even more disturbing is the lie that all this is based on. It's because of the lie that the one person that you would like to know the truth about your heroic act doesn't know.
Yes, sir.
Then I think you would solve your problem if you told this girl the truth.
I sure would feel a whole lot better if Miss Bunny knew.
But, sir, she'd kill me.
I think the important thing now is for you to clear the air between you and your girlfriend. I'm sure she'd understand.
Oh, she'd understand, but she'd still kill me.
You're not happy this way. You said you haven't slept.
You haven't? Why, that's terrible. Grandma Pyle always said, a mind that can't sleep is full of woe, and you'll never sleep till you rid yourself of that woe.
You know you won't feel right until the truth is known.
I guess so.
I'll help you tell her.
Okay, I'll do it.
Good.
Yeah, I'll tell her. But she's gonna kill me.
You've been acting funny the last couple of days, and tonight you made this sound more like a meeting than a date.
Well, in a way it is.
Huh?
I'll tell you about it in a few minutes.
Well, why can't you tell me now?
Well, I'm waiting for someone.
Boy, are you the man of mystery. Vince, it's Gomer. Why don't you call him over? Oh, call over that pussycat tiger.
Don't worry, he'll be over.
Hey, Sergeant. Hey, Miss Bunny.
Sit down, Pyle. Sit down.
Thank you.
Well, I haven't seen you since you became a big hero. Congratulations.
Well, Sergeant Carter has something to say to you about that.
Oh, I was so thrilled when I heard it.
Sergeant?
Bunny, I got something to say.
Yeah?
Bunny, you see, sometimes things happen, and when you look back on these things, well, the things you look back on, well, maybe they didn't happen the way you think they happened.
You want to say that again?
All right, I'll start over. It was this way. You know that thing about Pyle here and that crook? Well,
please,
it was...
You be a nice fellow, please, huh? Please.
Are you listening to me?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, look at that guy over there.
I said I wanted a drink.
Look, mister, we don't serve drinks here. Why don't you have a nice cup of coffee, huh?
If I wanted coffee, I'd ask for it.
Boy, I hate people who don't know when to quit.
I want a drink.
Come on.
You did it again.
Vince, are you all right?
Yeah, sure.
Talk about lightning striking twice or history repeating itself. The very same thing happened with that crook. Sergeant Carter was even sitting in the same booth here.
What?
That's right. I wasn't the hero at all. It was Sergeant Carter all along.
What is this?
That's what we come here tonight to talk about. That thing that happened with the crook the other night, that was Sergeant Carter, not me.
Not you?
That's right. But he couldn't tell you on account of he was here with another girl. I know all about it, and it was truly innocent. But he didn't want to take a chance on you finding out and getting your feelings hurt. So I had to take all the credit on account of he likes you so much he didn't want to see you hurt. And, well, the truth had to come out, and that's the reason Sergeant Carter here is telling you all this.
Yeah.
Oh, Vince, you mean that you just... Oh, Vince!
Well, all's well that ends well. I guess I'll be going along since it looks like everything's ended well.
Oh, Vince, my hero. You mean that you let Gomer take all the credit so you wouldn't have to tell me you were here with someone else?
Well, I didn't think you'd understand.
Oh, Vince. Was it anyone I know?
Huh?
The girl you were with, was it anyone I know?
No. It was just an old friend, that's all.
Ah, then why didn't you tell me?
Well, I figured you might not like it, my being out with a beautiful girl and all.
Oh, beautiful, huh?
Well, she's got...
Is that why you were out with her instead of me?
No,
No. You want to go out with beautiful girls instead of me? Then you just say so. I understand.
Honey, I didn't say that.
I don't
Well, at long last, I get to say a few words in my behalf.
How about that?
You know, I've been sitting on the sidelines a long time, Boyle, and have I got a couple of things to talk about.
Well, I'm ready. How about you, Sergeant?
Anytime.
Good.
And don't worry about me freezing up in front of the microphone. Now, I've done a lot of this stuff.
Oh, good.
Shh.
Hi there, this is Don Mills again with Face to Face. We're back at Camp Henderson today to interview Sergeant Vincent Carter. Last night, Sergeant Carter prevented a local restaurant owner from possible serious injury when he thwarted a man who was attacking the owner with a bottle. Sergeant, would you like to tell us about it?
Well, it wasn't much, Don.
Sure was, too. Now, don't be modest, Sergeant. You deserve all the credit and more. You should tell the people how it all happened. I know, 'cause I was there. Well, and what a grand story it was, too. You see, I seen the whole thing. We was all sitting around the station when it all happened. See, we gone there to meet Miss Blue, and then this...
You gotta see this place to believe it, Vince. When I'm not working, it's all sandy white beaches, a party here and there, sailing, surfing, and beautiful hula girls. Now I know why they put the Lulu in Honolulu. That's cute.
Sounds like he's got it made.
Yeah, leave it to my old pal Nick Hollenreich to always get stationed in the best places. I told all the gals here about you, Vince. And I've already got a long, cool tropical drink sitting here in the shell of a pineapple with a gardenia floating on top just waiting for you. If you can steal any time, don't miss out on this. It's once in a lifetime. I got a house right on the beach with plenty of room, so come on down.
That's great, Sarge. You going?
Am I going? Man, I got 10 days accumulated leave saved up. 10 whole days I've been hoarding, just waiting for the right opportunity. And, brother, this is it. Am I going, he asked. And would you like to know how?
How?
Well, we got Marine jets winging out of here every day, and some of them go straight to Honolulu. And who do you think is gonna hop a ride on one of them little jet jobs?
Hey, that's great, Sarge. You got nothing to keep you here. I mean, there's nothing coming up. You're in the clear.
Good.
Oh, just this.
Yeah, what's that?
A memo came through this morning about the test for PFC. 6 of our men haven't taken it yet.
Those meatballs in the Marines for over a year and still privates. Well, I want a whole platoon of PFCs. In fact, I want a whole platoon of PFCs before I go to Honolulu. When are they giving that test?
Tomorrow.
Good. That'll make a nice going-away present for me. All PFCs.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Pyle. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know that lunkhead would be one of the last ones to make PFC? Wouldn't you just know it? Boy, it stings me. It really stings me.
Sarge, a minute ago you were happy as a lark talking about your trip. Why let something like this spoil it?
Well, it's important.
I mean, think back to what you were talking about. Hawaii, those sandy white beaches, the hula girls, the tropical drink.
Yeah. The gardenia floating around on top.
That's right.
You're right. You're right. This is a golden opportunity to go to Honolulu, and I'm not going to let them foul it up. Believe me, I'm not going to. I'm just going to walk over and talk to them real calm-like. Calm and easy, easy and calm. Stupid. The 6 of you, the last 6. Now, everybody else in this platoon has made PFC except you 6 meatballs. Now, what is it with you? Well, what about you, Lipton? What's your excuse?
I don't have one.
That's no excuse.
Would you like to hear my excuse, Sergeant?
No.
I got one, and I thought...
I don't want to hear it.
But it might explain why...
Pyle, I said I didn't want to hear excuses. Is that clear?
Yes, it is, Sergeant. See, it's just that as long as you was expecting an excuse from Private Lipton, he didn't have one. I thought I'd tell you mine so you wouldn't be disappointed.
Knock it off. Now, all of you, listen up. That test is being given tomorrow, so get on the stick. Remember, it's for your good, not mine. But I want all PFCs in this platoon. Is that clear?
Aye, sir.
I can't hear you. Aye, sir. All right, you take that test and you make it. I don't want to hear it.
Never did get to tell him my excuse.
What is your excuse, Gomer?
Well, it's just that I wished I didn't have to take that test.
Why? It's not hard.
That ain't what I'm afraid of.
Then what?
Well, maybe it won't make too much sense.
Well, what is it?
Well, the fact is, I couldn't be no happier than I am right now. To tell you the truth, I like things just the way they are.
Huh?
Remember back in boot camp, Sergeant Carter told us that the private is the backbone of the Marine Corps. Well, fact is, I like being the backbone. And another thing, So I wouldn't want people to think that I'm getting uppity, and that's just what the folks back home might think if I got me a stripe on my arm, that I'm getting uppity.
Oh, now you're putting me on.
No, I ain't, Duke. Honest. So you see, I'm better off being a private because I'm a whole lot better at followership than I am at leadership.
Gomer.
So you see, I don't care a whole lot about being a private first class is what it boils down to.
Well, Gomer, you should. Take the test.
Well, I'll take the test, all right. But I know how I am, Duke. If I ain't interested in something, I just can't concentrate. That's how I am. I just can't concentrate if I ain't interested.
Sergeant Vincent J. Carter, Marine Jet X22007, nonstop destination Honolulu. Aloha and ta-ta. Bom, 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 bom.
Great, Sarge.
4 days from today, I'll be wearing a garland of flowers around my neck. And will I be thinking of you? No, I will not. Nothing personal.
What's in there?
You want to see what the well-dressed sergeant wears on the beach in Hawaii? Huh? Well, what do you think?
One thing's sure, you won't get lost.
Can I help it if you got no taste? What's the news on the PFC test? The results come in yet? Didn't you hear me? Did you get the results on the PFC test?
Yeah, I heard you.
Well?
Look, Sarge, you're not going to let this spoil your trip now.
Come on, come on. Naturally, I could have told you. You didn't have to tell me. I could have told you. Pyle is the only one who didn't make it.
Sarge, you got 5 out of 6. That's good.
That is not good. I want 6 out of 6. That's what I'm going to get. 6 out of 6. Adams, Colarusso, Duncan, Lipton, Pyle, Rigsby, all of you falling right in front of me. I just got the results of the test you all took for PFC. The following men made it. Oh, wait a minute. Why should I waste all that breath reading off the names of those who made it? It'll be much easier just to read the names of those who didn't. The following men did not pass the test for PFC. Pyle. That is the whole list of all the men who did not make it. All the rest of you earned your stripe. All right, everybody except Pyle, pull out. Pyle. Remember the other day when you said you had a reason for not wanting to take the test and I didn't want to listen? Remember?
Yes, Sergeant.
Well, now I happen to have a little extra time. I'm ready to hear your excuse for taking the test and failing. Let's hear it. I'm waiting. How did you fail that test? How?
I couldn't help it, Sergeant. All the time I was taking the test, my mind just kept wandering.
Wandering? How far could it wander in that vacant lot?
It's like I told you.
Where was your head, Pyle? Where was your head?
Well, like I said, my mind just kept wandering. I kept thinking about all the happy times I've had as a private.
Huh?
I just couldn't stop thinking about the time that you told us that the private was the backbone of the Marine Corps.
That's correct. I'm still waiting for your excuse. How did you fail?
I'm leading up to it.
All right, leave.
Well, it's like this. If I pass the test for PFC, then they might want me to take the test for corporal and then sergeant. And I'm just so happy like I am.
What?
Fact is, I guess I just plain ain't interested.
You ain't interested?
I reckon not.
Uh-huh. Well, I reckon we'll just have to get you interested. In fact, we'll just have to get everybody here interested in getting you interested. All right, everybody, over here. Now, here's the story. Pyle is the only one who hasn't made PFC. I want 100% PFC platoon, and you are going to help me to get it. How? There's another PFC test being given tomorrow, and Pyle is going to take it. Now, this is an order. You are all taking a 2-hour shift tonight, right around the clock, helping Pyle bone up for that test tomorrow. When he walks in there in the morning, I want his head so full it'll be coming out of his ears. You see, I think I know the reason for his failing that test. One word: stupidness. So you are going to help him get over his stupidness. Is that clear?
Aye, Sergeant.
Is that clear to you, Pyle?
Yes, Sergeant.
I must be crazy to stick around here and let you drive me nuts. I don't know why I do it, but I do. Every day it's something different. It's always stupid. Same thing over and over and over.
I got it. Hey, Garson. Garson, I got the part about ascending to 45.
Oh, that's wonderful. What time is it?
2:15.
I'm not getting paid for overtime. 2 to 4 is later shift. Where is he? I was just coming for you. Patient is all yours, Doctor.
I heard a nice girl, but this is ridiculous.
Hey, Duke.
Hey, Gomer.
Sure nice of you fellers to help me out like this. You know that?
Yeah, I know that.
You're a good friend, Duke, a real good friend.
But we don't have too much time. You sleepy?
No, I'm wide awake. I really am. See? My eyes ain't even bloodshot yet. I'm the least bit tired.
Good. If you feel yourself getting sleepy, just throw some cold water on your face. Main thing is to stay awake.
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Vince, you're a glamorous animal.
Come on. Look, the sun gets pretty strong in Hawaii. You got any with darker glass?
Sure. Ah, how do you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey, Sergeant.
These the darkest you got?
Sergeant, could I speak to you a minute?
At 1:30 in the afternoon? Isn't it way past your bedtime?
I know you're sore at me, Sergeant. You got a perfect right to be. But I just want you to know that I'm sorry.
Good. Now beat it. I'm busy. I've got some things to take care of.
That's because you're gonna leave, huh?
That's right. I'm leaving. How did you know?
Corporal told me. Sergeant, why are you leaving?
You want to know why? I'll tell you. To get away from a certain meatball, that's why.
That's what I thought. You mean me, don't you?
Do you know any other meatballs, Private Pyle?
No, because I didn't pass that test. And I didn't make PSC. Sergeant, I feel just awful. Just because I failed that test, that's the only reason you're leaving? I mean, if I passed the test, you wouldn't go?
Pyle, if you passed the test, why would I want to go? There'd be such a celebration, a banquet, parties. I'd be crazy to leave. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. But you didn't pass the test, so I am going. Now, if you don't mind, I have some packing to do. Shirley, I'll take these glasses and some razor blades, some toothpaste, some aftershave.
Let me understand. You want to take this test again? Is that right, Private?
That's right, sir.
Well, according to this report, you failed it twice within a week.
Yes, sir, I know.
I can't imagine why you should have so much trouble. I should think the second time you took it, you should have been able to pass it with your eyes closed.
Oh, no, sir, that don't work.
Well, we want to see our men try to advance themselves, so it shouldn't be too difficult to arrange another test for you. We'll notify you, probably in about a month.
A month? Oh, no, sir, not a month. I can't wait that long. I got to take the test tomorrow. That is with the lieutenant's permission, sir.
Well, what's a rush, Private? You think you're going to get the same questions you had yesterday?
Oh, no.
We keep changing the test, you know. The next one you get will be entirely different.
I don't care. I'll take them all, but I just got to take it tomorrow.
Well, this is a bit irregular.
Please, it's very important. Please, sir.
There's a group from A Company scheduled to take the test tomorrow. You can sit with them.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, sir. I really appreciate it.
Stop writing. Check to see if your names are clearly written on all your papers. Leave them there on your desk. Return to your company area. Just a minute, Pyle. I want to talk to you.
Yes, sir.
How do you think you did, Pyle?
Oh, I'm sure I passed. I think I made 100%.
I'm sure you did, too. All right, come on. Let's have it.
Huh?
A little piece of paper you've got hidden in your pocket. Your cheat notes.
My what?
Hey, you know what I mean. A little special something you've got in your pocket that helped you get that 100%.
You mean this? Really not a very good picture of him.
Sergeant Carter? This is what helped you pass your test?
He's the reason I got interested in taking the test and passing it.
Well, what's that, Sarge? You said it. In 45 minutes, I'll be on my way to paradise. Now, remember, for the next 10 days, you're in charge of the platoon. Keep them on the ball.
You can count on me.
Good. Well, I guess that's about it. My travel letters, you got them?
Huh? I don't have them.
What do you mean you don't have them? You said the colonel sent them over yesterday all signed.
He did. I put them right there on the desk. I thought you took them.
Huh? Look in the back. Go through the lockers everywhere.
Sergeant? Cleaning up your desk? It's a real good habit. Wally at the filling station back home used to say if you keep your desk nice and clean, you'd never misplace anything. A place for everything and everything in its place. He was right, don't you think so, Sergeant?
I'm not interested, Pyle. Whatever you got on your mind, I'm not interested.
Ain't what I got on my mind, it's what I got on my sleeve.
Huh? You made PFC?
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Lieutenant gave me special permission to take the test over again yesterday, and guess what? I passed.
Yeah. That's great.
I not only passed, Sergeant, but I made 100%.
Yeah. Congratulations.
But the best part of it is now you don't have to leave.
Huh? Yeah.
That's what you said, remember? That if I made PFC, you wouldn't have to leave.
Huh?
Well, I didn't want to see you transfer out to High Warrior.
Transfer? What are you talking about?
Wasn't you going to transfer to High Warrior?
No, Pyle. I don't know where you get your information. I wasn't asking for a transfer. I'm going to Hawaii on a furlough, a vacation.
Vacation?
Yeah.
You was going on a vacation?
Yes, as soon as I find my travel orders. My travel orders are missing. Have you found them yet?
I don't see them.
Sergeant?
Not now, Pyle, but keep looking. They gotta be there someplace.
But, Sergeant?
Don't bother me, Pyle. I got a plane to catch.
Not anymore.
Where are you looking back there? Did you look under that? I haven't got a plane to catch.
See, I thought you was leaving for good because I couldn't make PFC. And in the PX, you said if I did make PFC, then you didn't have to go.
Yeah?
So I come by here earlier to tell you that I passed the test. And I seen your travel orders on the desk there.
And?
So I took them to the colonel and told him you didn't want them. I'd go right back over there and get them, except he tore them up while I was standing there, little bitty pieces. So it was just a little old vacation. You wasn't going to transfer out at all. But what difference as long as I made PFC? Ain't that right, Sergeant? And I did make PFC.
Hold me. Hold me.
You are surprised, I can tell. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Boy, them jets sure do go fast, don't they, Sergeant? Whoosh! Hey, there goes another one. You know, sometimes I just like to look up at them planes and guess where they're going. Do you ever do that, Sergeant? Just look up there and try to guess where they're going? Why, I bet they're going to different places all over the world. Whoosh! Now, there's what I call a clean window. Must be this new cleaning rack I got. It's really a shirt. Sure does clean good, though. You know where I found it?
In the garbage?
That's right. How'd you know?
I guessed.
Well, to be perfectly honest, can't blame anybody for throwing it out. Now, where in the world would anybody wear a shirt like this?
I wouldn't know, Pyle. I wouldn't know. Cut! You people are supposed to be ready for battalion commander's inspection. Are you ready?
Yes, sir!
I don't think you're ready. You say you are.
Yes, sir!
In other words, you're calling me a liar. Is that it?
No, sir!
Well, let's just see who's calling me a liar. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Pyle, you.
Sir?
You call me a liar.
No, sir.
Yes, you did.
No, sir. Spit on my finger and hope to die if I'd call you that.
Your bunk is not tucked proper. That means you're not ready. You said you were. You're the liar.
Well, I reckon I'm a bad bunk tucker, but I ain't a liar.
I don't have time to fool with you, boy. Now, you get that bunk squared away and you shape up.
Yes, sir.
Do I make myself clear to you?
Well, not when you get this close. You get kind of fuzzy.
Knock it off. Move. Now, you people, listen up. The efficiency ratings have just been posted. For the second straight week, this platoon has been beaten by Sergeant Whipple's platoon. Now, I don't like that. Do you like that?
No, sir!
I I can't hear you! No, sir! All right. And you people better settle down. And you better boost those efficiency ratings. Pyle, what do you think you're doing now?
Sir?
I told you to straighten this bunk.
Yes, sir.
But you'd rather look out the window.
No, sir.
Your attention is in here, boy. There is nothing outside that window, you understand?
Well, sir.
Nothing, is that clear? Nothing?
Yes, sir. Nothing. Nothing except Sergeant Whipple messing up our company area.
Why, they're dirty. Whipple, you rat, I'll get you for this. Everybody outside on the double. Police that area. Move, 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 move.
You see, sir, there was something out there.
Outside, move, 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 move. Every piece, every piece. Strap it up, every piece, every piece. Fall in.
Good morning, sir.
Little last-minute policing, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
That's kind of close, doesn't it, for inspection?
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
Now you know how it is. Even when you do it right, somebody tries to foul you up and foul up your inspection. Well, after this inspection, we are going on a little hike. We are going on the same hike that Sergeant Whipple took his platoon yesterday. But we are going to beat Sergeant Whipple. We are going to beat his platoon. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What do you want?
how come you didn't tell the colonel that Sergeant Whipple tried to mess up your inspection?
You're at attention.
You ought to have told him.
Kyle, we don't do things like that here. We don't tell.
But it wasn't your fault.
Pyle.
It was Sergeant Whipple.
Pyle.
I hate to complain.
Boy, I'm tired already. We haven't even started yet. Probably gonna double time us all the way just to beat Sergeant Whipple. That Sergeant Whipple's a creep, you know that? They're all creeps. What about our DI? Ain't he a creep?
Sergeant Carter? You ought not talk that way about Sergeant Carter.
Why, do you love him so much?
No, I don't love him. I like him, but don't love him.
But you like him.
Uh-huh. I expect his mom and daddy love him. I just like him.
Gomer, Sergeant Carter don't have a mommy and daddy. He was raised by werewolves.
That ain't very nice to say.
Do you know he has holes cut in the brim of his hat for his ears to stick through?
You hush. That ain't nice.
All right, all right. Have it your way. He's a great guy, and you love him.
I didn't say that. I like him. I like him a whole lot, but I just don't love him.
Falling! Leg! Head! 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 Head!
I just love it when he sings out that there cadence call, don't you?
No. You love him, don't you, Gome?
No, I love his cadence. Don't love him. I like him.
All right.
Double time! Hey!
You like him now, too, Gome?
Uh-huh. But don't love him.
Hold it! What's the matter? Who told him to stop?
There's a snake in the middle of the road, Sergeant. Looks like a rattler.
That's a rattler, all right. All right, you people, stand back.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have to do that.
What?
That ain't a rattler, that's a king snake.
Yeah, well, I ain't got time to prove it.
Please, sir, wait a minute.
Pyle, what are you doing?
It's okay, sir.
Pyle, you idiot! Drop it! Drop it!
Just a little old king snake, like I said.
Pyle, are you crazy?
King snakes ain't poisonous. See? He ain't got no teeth. He kills by constricting. And then he only kills other snakes, not folks.
Pyle!
Look at him grin. Rattlesnakes don't never grin. Are you there, Mr. King Snake?
Pyle, get rid of it!
Yes, sir. Go on, boy. Go on now. You're holding up the United States Marine Corps. Bye-bye. Say hey to Miss King.
Pyle, are you crazy picking up a snake?
Well, not all of them are poisonous. If you ever get bit by a poisonous snake, what'll happen is you'll get paralyzed, and then you'll have trouble breathing, and you'll turn blue, and 10 or 15 minutes later, you'll be dead. That's how you'll know if they're poisonous.
Thanks. I'll remember that. All right, the rest of you people fall out. It's a 5-minute break.
Gomer, how come you know so much about snakes?
Well, back home, you get to where you know all kinds of animals. Get to where you can recognize them, too, and understand their talk.
Their talk? Animals talk?
Sure, didn't you know that?
Which ones?
All of them. Didn't you ever hear a chipmunk talk?
Oh, not back in Milwaukee.
You think I'm fooling, don't you? Well, I'll tell you, I'm not.
Hey, what's that? It's a skunk, that's what it is. A skunk! A skunk!
Hey, don't run. He ain't gonna hurt you. Come here, boy. Come here. Here, I got something for you. It's a little piece of bread I was saving for that empty spell about 10 o'clock, but you can have it. Come on. Come on. Lord, he looks just like my Uncle Ralph. Come here, boy. Come on. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on here. Come here, boy. Come on in. Come on. Come on in. Yes, sir. See there, fellers? He wants to be friendly. Most animals do if you give them a chance. Say hey to the fellers, Ralph.
That is a skunk, isn't it, Gome?
Sure is, but he ain't much different than a weasel or a mink.
Yeah, except he's got a secret weapon. Hey, how come he doesn't smell, Gomer? Aren't they supposed to smell?
You city folks. That smell is used to protect themselves whenever they're being attacked or when somebody hollers at them.
You mean if I raise my voice like this, he might...
Duke, hold it down. You'll scare Ralph and he'll attack.
All right, let's get those packs on. Let's saddle up. Come on, what's going on here? What is this, a party or something? What? Pyle, get rid of this stuff. Get rid of it.
Sir, please hold it down.
I said get rid of it.
Sir, you got to hold it down. Hollering scares him, and when he's scared, he's liable to attack and give off an odor.
All right, but get rid of him. Understand?
Yes, sir. Bye, Ralph.
All right, the rest of you men. The rest of you men fall in. On the double. On the double. Forward. Hut. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hut.
Hey, hut!
Well, we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time on that hike this afternoon. And I think I know why we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time. It is because we've got an animal lover in our group. That is why we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time.
I'm sorry, sir.
You're not half as sorry as you're gonna be. Now, you people, listen up. I want extra points on that inspection tomorrow. I want this place cleaned and squared away like it's never been done. I want you to sweep, swab down. I want you to dust between the springs, over the side of the bulkhead. I want this place spotless. I want no excuses, no alibis.
It's Ralph. Hey, Ralph.
Who did you say that was?
Ralph?
Ralph?
I named him that on account of he looks like my Uncle Ralph, especially around the eyes. I expect he followed us back from that hike we was on, Sergeant.
Get rid of him, you hear me?
Sir?
I said get rid of him.
Yes, sir, but how?
I don't care how, just...
Shh. Remember, hollering scares them, and then they you-know-what.
All right. Just get rid of it. I don't care how or where. I'm not gonna get stuck with a skunk in my platoon. Out! Out!
Come on, Ralph. It's time to you'd go back where you belong. We got this inspection tomorrow, and you just get in the way around here.
A skunk. A skunk in my platoon. And on top of that, I get stuck with an idiot that talks to skunks.
Okay, Sergeant. I set him outside and pointed him in the right direction. He's gone now. He won't bother you no more. I'm sure sorry.
All right, now you people listen up. On that inspection tomorrow, I want every man...
Told him to go on home. Clara don't know how to get rid of him.
I do. Corporal, there's an empty ammo box in my duty hut. Go get it.
Right, Sergeant.
I headed him in the right direction, but he turned just right around. Go on, Ralph. Go on, Ralph. I don't know why he's taking such a fancy to me.
Maybe he is your Uncle Ralph.
I'm sure sorry about this, Sergeant, but animals always did just naturally take to me. Wish I knew what we could do with the little feller.
Don't worry. Put him in here.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna keep him in that there box?
Not for long. Any of you people want to take this out back and do a little target practice? Huh? I didn't think so. I'll have to do it myself.
Sir? You ain't actually... you're not gonna...
What do you suggest? You want him here for the inspection? You want the colonel to see him? What am I supposed to say? Sir, this is Private Ralph Skunk, the ugliest recruit in the service? Huh?
But you ain't gonna really shoot him, are you?
Pyle, this animal is getting in the way of the program. He's interfering with me. I've got to get rid of him. Is that clear? Is that clear to all you knuckleheads?
Yes, sir!
Now get squared away. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, you still like him? I know you don't love him, but do you still like him?
No, can't you see he feels bad enough?
Just don't see how he could do it. Kill a defenseless little animal like that.
Are you kidding? He enjoys it. Probably pulled wings off of flies when he was a kid.
I just don't see how. I just don't see.
There you go. Better start getting your gear squared away.
Sir?
Yeah?
Did you really actually shoot him?
Right between the eyes. I don't miss. Now, you people listen up. About that inspection tomorrow. Every man here has his responsibility. Every man here has his job. I expect every man here to fulfill his responsibility.
Hey, it's Ralph. He ain't dead at all.
As you were. I took a shot at him. I was sure I hit him. I must have just missed him that much. I didn't want to stand out there wasting ammunition. I ain't going to waste government ammunition on no stupid skunk. Is that clear? Pyle, you listen to me. Pyle, you listen to me. Now, you want that animal alive? You keep him out of sight. He's your responsibility. You understand? Now we're going on a 10-mile hike tomorrow. He goes with us. If he is discovered, he will be considered contraband. That will be your neck, nobody else's. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, you people, get busy here.
Sir?
Yeah?
Thanks for Ralphing me.
I said the whole platoon. Come on, you two. Move, move. This ain't no picnic. Now let's move it. Clean, clean, clean. I want those extra points. Now let's move.
All right, now let's go. Let's go.
What do you say, Vince?
I'm busy.
Yeah. Yeah, see.
Don't try to put any fast one over on me, Whipple. Get lost. Look, what's the matter? You got time for visiting? Less than 5 minutes to inspection.
Well, I'll tell you, Vince. I got a nice cooperative bunch of boots. I only have to tell them once. That's how I get those extra points on the efficiency rating.
Very interesting. But not for me.
Yeah, I got some good people in this store. Real good.
Okay, you're starting to bug me, Steve. Now take a walk, will you?
Okay. I guess I'll be shoving off.
I ain't forgetting about yesterday. You know, the sabotage? Don't try that again.
Vince, you cut me.
I'd like to. Where's Pyle? Anybody see Pyle? What did he do? Go over the hill with that skunk?
You stay right here, and I'm gonna come back for you in a little while and take you on a nice walk. Now don't wander off.
All right, that does it. Let's fall in on the double. Come on, let's move, 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 move. Where you been, Pyle? Go breaking?
No, sir. I was back there with Ralph. I was feeding him.
Huh?
I was feeding Ralph. You know what that little rascal likes? Eggs.
Swell.
Did you know that about skunks, Sergeant? Skunks just love eggs.
Pyle.
I saved him part of mine from breakfast this morning, and he really enjoyed them. Little rascal didn't even mind if there's ketchup on them.
Pyle!
You want to make a skunk a friend for life, you serve him up a mess of eggs. Fried, scrambled, poached, or even raw. No two ways about it. Skunks is egg lovers.
Knock it off! Good morning, sir.
Morning. Sergeant.
Sir?
Is this a new style?
Sir?
The pockets on these cartridge belts, everyone unsnapped. Is that something new for inspection? I haven't seen that order.
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'll get on the people about that right away, sir.
Carry on.
Aye, sir. He did it to me again. Again, he did it again.
Who, Sarge?
Whipple. He must have done it when we were policing the area. He snuck in and unsnapped all the cartridge belts. There go those extra points. The rat!
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Pyle, you're at attention. You're at attention.
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Nobody asked you, Pyle. All right, the rest of you people. Fall out and get squared away for a 10-mile hike. You got 8 minutes. Move it, move it, move, move, move.
But, sir?
I told you to fall out. That means you too. Move.
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Check that rack. How many points you figure he loses because of those cartridge belts?
Plenty. Enough to keep us way ahead.
Get that pillow.
Now, Ralph, I want you to go in there, and I just want you to sort of look around. You don't have to do nothing, but just sort of look the place over, okay? Ralph, we better get out of here. All that hollering's liable to make you attack. And then they really wouldn't like you.
Get hot!
All right, what's going on? What's the meaning of this, Sergeant?
Well, sir, we were
It's
all...
a game? Your platoon playing games, Sergeant?
No, sir, we were...
This barracks is a shambles. What'd you have in there, a riot?
No, sir, we've had the...
Sergeant, you will confine your men. You will get them and this building in order now.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, make a complete record of this for platoon ratings. Carry on, Sergeant. If you can, that is.
Yes, sir.
Nice cooperative bunch of people you got there, Whipple. Yes, sir.
Attention!
You people see this? Huh? Take a good look. This is because I'm happy. You will not see this often because I'm not often happy. Now, can anyone here tell me what happened in Sergeant Whipple's hut? Huh? Can anyone here tell me what put him in the doghouse with the colonel? Look, it's all right. You can tell me. If someone here is responsible, I just want to congratulate him. That's... Ah, not you. Huh? Huh? How'd you manage it? Huh? What'd you do, huh?
I just took Ralph for a little visit.
Hey, good going, boy. Good going, boy. That was really quick thinking. That was great. You're really becoming a Marine, boy. Great.
I'll pull up.
It's the area, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Where's your friend?
Our friend, sir.
Well, you know what to do.
Yes, sir. Come on now. Well, I reckon this is it, buddy. I got to go now. Now, don't look at me like that. You know you can't go on living in a boot camp. Right here's where you belong. Now, you go out and find yourself some new friends, maybe a girl skunk, and settle down and have some young ones. That's what you ought to do.
Hi,
Be right there, Sergeant. Now, be a good boy, Ralph. Bye-bye. He was a good little feller, wasn't he?
I have to admit he was.
That's one skunk that really earned his stripes.
About! Hey! Forward! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, Larry, pass me another straw.
Sure.
Must be the way I suck in or something. It never fails, but they flatten out on me. Hey, there's Sergeant Carter. I had a feeling he's going to be here tonight. I just had a feeling. Excuse me, I'm going to go talk to him. Hey, Sergeant Carter, Miss Bunny.
Hi, Gomer.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Sergeant?
Yeah?
Well, can I sit down?
Look, Pyle, if you're thinking of joining us, forget it. 3 is definitely a crowd.
No, Sergeant. I just wanted to tell you something. It won't take long.
All right, all right.
Well, you might think what I'm going to tell you silly, real silly.
If it's coming out of your mouth, I'm sure I will.
Just promise me one thing, Sergeant. Promise me you won't get upset.
Pyle, will you get to the point?
Well, yes, sir. The point is, well, you won't think I'm silly now.
Pyle.
Yes, sir, I'll tell you, Sergeant. Well, you see, I have these dreams.
Dreams? Is that what you came over here to talk about, dreams?
Well, yes, sir. You see, what I want to say is...
We'll have the chili. Or I will, anyway. What'll you have?
The same.
We'll have something to drink later. Now, what makes you think I would be the least bit interested in your dreams?
Well, I have this knack, see?
What knack?
If I dream something 3 times in a row, it always comes true.
What?
That's right. I dream something 3 nights in a row, and it happens.
Pyle, if you're not out of here in exactly...
Oh, wait a minute, Vince. Aren't you curious?
No.
Well, I am. Go on, Gomer.
Well, the reason I came over here to talk to Sergeant Carter is I've had these 3 dreams about him in a row, and, well, I'm kind of worried because it hadn't been a very pleasant dream.
Pyle.
But wait. What's the dream about, Gomer?
Well, it's about the sergeant's uniform. It's gonna get all messed up.
Are you gonna sit around here and listen to this bilge?
Well, wait a minute, Vince. This is fascinating. Well, how is it gonna get messed up?
Well, that part's kind of fuzzy, but I dreamed it was gonna happen here at the Bluebird Cafe. So you see,
Okay, knock it off. Now, if this is some kind of practical joke, Pyle, I'll tell you right now, I ain't biting. If you want to go around telling fortunes, get yourself a crystal ball and find yourself a gypsy tea room. Now, beat it.
Yes, sir. You see, Sergeant? Just like I said it would. Of course, I didn't dream about the chili, but I did dream your uniform would get messed up.
Dreamed it, you caused it. You're not a psychic, you're a clumsy idiot.
But I did dream it, Sergeant. Sergeant, you all right?
Pyle, you better get out of here, you and your dreams, because I had a dream, too. I dreamed I almost killed you with my bare hands, and I don't have to dream it 3 times in a row to make it come true. Just one shot, and that's it.
Come on, Vince.
Uh-huh.
Now, Gomer, about these dreams you're having, do you have them often?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Bunny. I most surely do. More times than I can remember.
Like what?
Well, like the time I dreamed 3 times in a row that my cousin Elroy was going to take 2 trips, one long one and one short one. And sure enough, not more than 2 days later, he walked out there to the mailbox.
That's a long trip?
Oh, no, that was the short trip. The long trip came after he found his draft notice.
Isn't that amazing, Vince?
But most of my dreams are happy ones, real happy. Like right now, believe it or not, I'm having a nice dream about you, Miss Bunny.
Me? A dream about me? Well, tell me, Gomer, what is it?
He says it was a happy one, so whatever he spills on you will match your dress.
Come on, tell me, Gomer.
Well, I can't, Miss Bunny, I just can't.
Why not?
Well, 'cause I've only dreamed it twice.
Oh, come on, for me.
I'm sorry, Miss Bunny, but if I don't dream it a 3rd time, then it just won't happen. And I sure would feel bad about you getting excited about something so nice and then maybe it not happen.
Come on, let's get out of here. I'm beginning to feel like I'm in Never Never Land with some nut fairy godmother.
Well, Gomer, will you tell me if you do dream it a 3rd time?
Oh, yes, ma'am. You'll be the very first to know.
Yeah.
You know, Vince, it's really sweet of you to give up your Saturday afternoon and go shopping with me like this. It's not every guy who'd do that for a girl.
Well, since you're nice enough to make dinner for us tonight, it's the least I can do.
You got a penny for my thoughts?
Are you kidding? In my financial condition?
Well, I'll tell you anyway. I was just thinking, it'd really be great if we were shopping like this on a steady basis, wouldn't it, Vince?
Oh, yeah, sure. How could it be bad? That is, when the right time comes, in due time. Oh, look, broccoli. I didn't know broccoli was in season.
Miss Bunny, Miss Bunny.
Huh, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry to bust in on you shopping like this, Sergeant, but I just had to find Miss Bunny. Your landlady told me where you was, and guess what?
Well, what happened?
Well, you remember I told you I'd tell you if I dreamed that dream again? Well, I did last night, and that makes 3 nights in a row I've dreamed it.
Wonderful. Well, we'll see you, Pyle.
Well, wait a minute. What's a dream, Gomer?
Well, are you all shopping for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Well, you can just put it back. You don't need it.
What?
On account of you're going out tonight. In high style, you're going out to dinner.
With who? The Duke of Windsor?
No, Sergeant, that's the best part. She's going out to dinner with you.
With me?
Where? Where are we going?
Well, I don't know for sure. You see, I didn't get that far in my dream.
Well, you knock it off, Pyle. I don't want to hear about it. Now, if you want to dream so much, go dream up the name of a good head shrinker. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot up there that needs shrinking.
Vince, what does it hurt to hear the rest of it?
Because he's a nut, that's why. And you're just making it worse by playing along with him. Now, all I know is people are pushing in the line ahead of us while you're listening to Gypsy Pete here spin his wheels. Now, come on, let's go.
Is this your cart, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations. You're our 1 millionth customer.
Congratulations, miss. As president of Foodorama Markets Incorporated, I hereby declare you our 1 millionth customer and winner of $100 worth of free groceries.
Oh, Vince!
And not only that, to help celebrate the event, we want you to have a night on the town in Los Angeles, all expenses paid.
God!
Oh, we have it just like you said, Gomer.
Golly, I never dreamed it'd be this big. I dreamed you'd go out, but golly, golly, golly.
I just can't believe it. Well, isn't that something, Vince? What do you say now, huh?
That's it, Sergeant. That's the limousine's gonna take you and Miss Bunny out to dinner tonight with chauffeur and everything.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm gonna have to tip him.
I don't think so, Sergeant. They said everything was taken care of.
Well, I'll just slip a little change.
Well, whatever you do, you just be sure and have a real good time tonight. And I appreciate you giving me a lift into town.
Well, it's the least I can do, Pyle. After all, you dreamed all this up, didn't you? Well, I better get Bunny.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What, Pyle?
Do you mind if I hang around?
Huh? What for?
Well, I'd like to watch you and Miss Bunny drive away. It's like Prince Charming and Cinderella going to the ball in their pumpkin coach.
You read a lot, don't you, Pyle? Okay, suit yourself. Hey, Bunny! What are you doing? Our limousine is waiting.
Help me call her, Pyle.
Miss Bunny,
Our limousine is here.
Chauffeur
Our
limousine
limousine
here.
with the chauffeur. Thanks a million, Mac. Bunny, do you have any change?
What?
Never mind. Man, was that an evening? Was that an evening?
I'll say. I never had such a wonderful time in my whole life.
What do you say we have a little nightcap? Want to split a can of beer?
Oh, Vance, I gotta get some sleep. I'm dead on my feet.
One poker too many, huh? Well, at least let me say goodnight.
With pleasure.
Kyle, what are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Sergeant. I missed the last bus back to the base, and I thought I'd just wait here for you. I sure hope you don't mind. Did y'all have a nice time?
Oh, I'll say. Didn't we, Vince?
Yeah, we had a ball.
Oh, excuse me. I must have really dozed off there. And I just remembered the dream I had.
Oh, yeah? Did you dream again, Gomer? What did you dream?
I'm afraid to say, Miss Bunny.
Why?
Well, as pretty as you look right now, one half as pretty as you looked in my dream.
Gomer, you dreamed about me again?
Well, I can't tell you about what, since I've only dreamed it 2 times in a row.
Oh, come on. Just give me one little hint.
Here, Sergeant Carter.
Hmm? So soon? Well, let's see how you did. Oh, no.
Huh?
These are in alphabetical order.
Yes, sir, just like you wanted it.
No, Pyle, that's not what I wanted. I wanted them by the date. Requisitions are always by the date. And you know that. Pyle.
Huh?
You're not going to sleep on the job, are you, boy?
Oh, no, Sergeant. I finished the last of them.
Oh, well, let's see.
By the date, just like you wanted them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, nice work, Pyle.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Yep, so much for part one.
Part one?
Well, that's right. We still got to get to the personnel records. Pyle! Personnel records. Pyle! Sleeping on the job again, Private. You better get with it.
Yes, Sergeant. I'm all finished with the personnel records.
Oh, really? The 3x5 cards, too?
What 3x5 cards, Sergeant?
Well, the cross index, Pyle, the cross index. Didn't I tell you about that?
I'm all finished, Sergeant. Sergeant? Sergeant Carter? Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Do you, Miss Bunny, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Sergeant Carter, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
The ring? Place the ring on the bride's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
If there's anyone present who knows of any reason why these two should not be wed, let him speak now or forever hold his peace. I sure can't think of any reason. If anybody was meant to be man and wife, it's Sergeant Carter and Miss Bunny. They're perfect for each other, just perfect. So go ahead with the ceremony and tie the knot. I now pronounce you man and wife. Sergeant Carter? Sergeant Carter?
Pyle, since when do you come running in here like some kind of wild elephant, huh? Now you get out of here and come in right.
I'm sorry, Corporal, but I just had to see the sergeant right away. I've got good news for him.
Well, your two ladies gone.
On Sunday morning, before breakfast, where to?
Look, Pyle, don't be so nosy.
It's really important, Corporal, just really important. Where did he go?
Well, I heard him talk to his girlfriend Bunny on the phone. I suppose that's where he went.
Then I better get over there and tell him Bo.
Huh?
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Well, I figured with Pyle dreaming it and me dreaming it right on top of him, it could only mean one thing. The handwriting's on the wall.
Uh-huh. So?
So I get the message. I know when I'm licked.
So?
So I'm through fighting. It's inevitable we're gonna get married, so we might as well get married right now.
Vince, is this a proposal?
What do you think it is, for crying out loud?
Well, if it is, then no thank you.
We'll go down to City Hall and... What did you say?
I said no thank you.
Oh, that's great. Ever since we've been going together, you've been trying to drag me down the aisle. Now that I'm ready to be dragged, you suddenly let go of the rope. What's with you?
Look, Vince, nobody should be dragged to the altar. Both parties should walk on their own 2 feet. When you're ready, I mean really ready, you'll know. And then you'll be happy to walk down the aisle. It won't be a march to the gallows.
Well, gee, I didn't mean for it to sound that way.
Oh, I know you didn't, Vince, but... Who is it?
Surprise, surprise, surprise. I just had to be the first one to congratulate you two. Something old, something new, something borrowed. If you'll excuse me, something blue.
Well, Gomer.
Pyle.
Did he ask you yet, Miss Bunny? Did he ask you? I am so thrilled. I just want you to know you're getting one of the nicest, biggest-hearted men I've ever had the pleasure...
Pyle, knock it off.
But I dreamed it, Sergeant. I dreamed it 3 times in a row that you's gonna propose to Miss Bunny.
Well, he did propose, Gomer. But I said no.
You did?
That's right, Pyle. So that takes care of your cockeyed theory about 3 dreams in a row always coming true.
Oh, no, Sergeant, they came true.
Huh?
I only dreamed that you was gonna propose to Miss Bunny. I never dreamed anything about how she was gonna answer.
What?
But any time now, I'm liable to dream that Miss Bunny answers yes. Ain't that something, though? Just think, when you two finally decide to get married, I'm gonna know it before you do. Hey, Miss Bunny.
Hi, Gomer.
Golly, are you in for a big surprise?
Surprise for me?
Just you wait, Miss Bunny. You're gonna get the nicest present ever.
Gomer, have you been dreaming again?
Okay, Pyle, let's keep the aisles free.
Hey, Sergeant Carter.
Hi, baby doll. I'm sorry I'm late, but here, let my deeds speak for themselves.
Vince, for me?
Who else?
Shazam, you see, Miss Bunny?
It's just a little token to commemorate our new relationship, that's all.
Oh, Vince, you're crazy. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, I know, but that's me.
They say good things come in small packages.
Well...
Gomer, you did it again.
He did what again?
Well, Gomer dreamed I was going to get a beautiful present tonight, right, Gomer?
Oh, no, I didn't dream it, Miss Bunny. I saw it.
Saw it?
Ain't that right, Sergeant? Next door, not 10 minutes ago, Larry and me stopped off to get some pencil leads, and there you were shopping for Miss Bunny at the 5 and Dime.
The 5 and Dime?
Actually, I hadn't been having any dreams lately. Not a single one. Been sleeping like a log.
The 5 and Dime?
Go ahead and open it up, Miss Bunny.
All right, you guys, listen up. Come on, come on. Daniels, you got the laundry room detail this week. Johnson, Shapiro, there's some filing for you to do over at the administration building. And Pyle.
Yes, Sergeant.
You're going to be busy for the next few days.
I am?
Yeah, you're going to be picking up some supplies down at the train station for the motor pool. And that's a 3-day job.
The motor pool? Well, lucky me.
Yeah, 3 days work for you and 3 days vacation for me.
Are you going on vacation, Sergeant?
Any day away from you, Pyle, I consider a vacation. All right, you guys, you got your assignments. Now, come on, get with it. Move, move. Pyle, that your footlocker?
Yes, Sergeant.
Footlockers will remain closed except during inspection. You got that?
Yes, Sergeant.
Wait a minute. What's this?
Well, that's my lucky troll doll.
Your what?
My troll doll.
What's it doing in your footlocker?
Well, I like to have it close by me for protection.
For protection? Pyle, you're a U.S. Marine. You've been through boot camp, judo. You can shoot an M1, and you need a troll doll for protection.
And my troll doll protects me against things where a rifle or judo don't do any good at all.
Yeah, like what?
Well, there are all sorts of things happening around us, Sergeant, all the time that we never even see.
Yeah, I know, Pyle. There are all sorts of things happening around you that you don't see, but the rest of us see them, believe me.
You don't understand what I mean, Sergeant Carter. This here good luck troll, well, it's like, you know, a good luck piece. Like some folks have a horseshoe or a rabbit's foot. Well, this here troll protects me from bad things happening.
Give me that. You see? It don't protect you. I just took it away from you. Something bad just happened to you, and your troll didn't protect you.
Well, that's because he ain't my troll anymore. He's your troll now. It won't protect me, but it'll protect you.
When are you going to get it through that thick head of yours? No non-regulation items in the footlocker. A troll is non-regulation. Therefore, it does not belong in your footlocker.
Right, Sergeant, and I'm sorry.
Get rid of it, you hear me?
Right, Sergeant. Sergeant?
What lame brain left that mop down there? Don't tell me, let me guess.
Ain't that a shame, Sergeant? If you'd have held on to this troll for just a few more minutes, that never would have happened. Just 2 more minutes.
Knock it off, Pyle. Get over to the motor pool.
Right, Sergeant.
Give me that.
Oh, Jerry, listen, that worked out very nice. Now, fellas, come here. I want to talk to you a minute. Now, what I want to get is an establishing shot of the spacecraft just after it's landed. You see, I'm going to get a nice overhead shot from the hill up there looking down. Now, when I wave my arms at you, that means you come out of the spacecraft and you look around. You got it? Now, lay off the beep-beeps. You're going to wear out the batteries. Okay, now, it's a very, very simple scene. All you have to do is come out of the spacecraft and you're very curious and you're looking around. It's the first time you've landed on Earth. You got it? Cut that out. All right, get back in the spacecraft now. Jerry, let's move everything up on the hill, right?
All right, fellas, let's get this stuff out of here. Let's move.
Shazam! Oh, mercy! Can't be, you just can't be.
A flying saucer? Did you hear that, Boyle? Pyle here says he saw a flying saucer.
Well, I didn't see it flying. It was just sitting there. I guess it had just landed.
Oh, uh-huh. And where did it land, Pyle? On a mushroom?
No, Sergeant, it landed way out in this big field.
Oh, I see. And what else did you see?
Well, while I was watching, the door opened, and these little bitty men got out. There was 3 of them, and they had glass bubbles on their head.
You saw little men, too. I don't suppose you talked to any of them.
No, Sergeant, I thought I'd better get back here and tell you about it. I'd heard about people seeing flying saucers, but I always thought they was just imagining things.
Yeah. Just tell me one thing. Did you get into town and pick up them packages for the motor pool like you were supposed to?
No, Sergeant. When I saw the flying saucer, I thought that I better get...
That's what I thought. Pyle, did you think I'd fall for a dumb story like this?
A story? Don't you believe me, Sergeant? Don't you believe what I just told you?
Oh, sure, I believe you. And I believe they're fairies at the bottom of your gourd. Pyle, do you think I got these stripes without hearing every story in the book from guys who've goofed off, gold-bricked, and pooped out on jobs they were supposed to do? Now, you get back to that Jeep and pick up them packages for the motor pool.
But, Sergeant, what about the flying saucer? What about that?
Pyle!
Shouldn't you report it? Aren't you supposed to report things like that? I read...
Pyle, you've been given an assignment. Now, get out of here.
But, Sergeant...
Out! Flying saucers.
What do you think he saw, Vince? He must have seen something.
I'll tell you what I think he saw. I think he saw a chance for a good excuse after he flaked down under a tree for a little nap. That's what he saw.
Really? You think that's it, Vince?
Sure, that's it. And I gotta admit, it's not a bad story. I mean, if you gotta go for one, you might as well go for a big one. There's one thing about Pyle. He's got some imagination. You should have heard the stuff he was giving me about some troll doll.
Fellas, let's not take any more than 45 minutes for lunch, right? We've still got a lot of work to do and don't wander off too far, right? Now, let's be back on time. See you here in 45 minutes. Right. How did you get that pickup on 11?
All right, that's 45 minutes for lunch. 45.
Want to have some fun?
Hey there! Y'all ain't from around here, are you? Are you really from... I mean, you really aren't from... Can I do something for you? Would you like me to take you to my leader or something? Can you say anything? Talk? Make signs? Me, Marine. Who you? Oh, my goodness. I can't understand the thing that you're saying. If you wait right here just a minute, though, I'll try to find somebody that can. Now, you wait right here for just a minute. Right here, and I'll be right back. Wait right there.
Say that again, Pyle. Say what you just said.
I said I talked to them, Sergeant. I asked them where they was from, and I told them who I was and everything.
You did, huh? And did they say anything back, Pyle?
Oh, yeah, they talked a lot.
What did they say?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Well, you said they talked a lot.
They did, but it was in a language I couldn't understand. But that's only natural, since they probably come from a long ways away. But they talked. They really talked.
Well, what did it sound like?
Well, I don't know. It didn't sound human at all. It was sort of mechanical.
Yeah? Like what?
Like this. Beep, 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 beep.
They said that, huh?
Oh, yeah, and when I left them, they was just chattering away. I told them I'd go and try to find somebody that could understand them.
What were they saying again?
Beep, 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 beep.
Slower, slower.
Beep, 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 beep.
I just can't make it out. Can you, Boyle? Can you make it out?
You do believe me, don't you, Sergeant? On account of I not only saw him, I heard him. You do believe me, don't you? I saw him. I really saw him. I'm not just making this up. I saw him with my very own eyes. You do believe me, don't you?
Well, to be honest with you, Pyle, I didn't believe you at first. But now I think there's something kind of strange going on.
Oh, good. On account I hadn't picked up that equipment yet.
Oh, well, that's okay. Take your time. You can pick it up on your next trip.
Right.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm a little worried.
You don't think it's an excuse anymore?
No, I don't. Once okay, but not twice. You want to know something, Boyle? I'm worried. I think Pyle is seeing things.
You mean hallucinations?
What's that?
Seeing things.
I just said that.
That's the medical term for it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a medical term for Pyle, too, and I think I better find out what it is. You know what it sounds like to me, Doctor? It sounds to me like Pyle has got hallucinations.
Pardon me?
Seeing things. The medical term for it.
Oh, yes, I get what you mean.
What does it sound like to you, sir?
Well, of course, you realize this is just conversation. I haven't seen Pyle or examined him. I'm just going on what you've reported to me.
Oh, sure. I understand.
Well, first, there's the possibility that he did see something.
You mean a flying saucer?
Well, something, whatever it was.
What's the other possibility?
It's a little more complicated. If he didn't see anything and he's making it all up, it could be he's just trying to get attention. Individual attention from you.
Yeah, but what good is it? He'll just get chewed out for making up a story. He knows
Sergeant, he hasn't thought that far ahead. And besides, chewing out is a form of attention. Better to be yelled at than neglected.
Huh?
In a manner of speaking, you're almost like a father to him. Isn't that what you told him back in boot camp?
Yeah, but that was back in boot camp. He was just a recruit.
And he grew to depend on it.
Oh. Well, what do I do?
Listen to him. Talk to him. Be sympathetic.
Yes, sir?
Try to give him a little more of your time. If he feels you're concerned with him, he may not have to see any more of these things.
Well, what if he does, sir?
Well, then call me.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for all your help. Sir?
Yes?
Just in case I have to write up a report on this, how do you spell hallucinations?
Shot of you two guys running down the road here. Well, Jerry, where'd this Jeep come from?
The key's in it.
Well, find out who it belongs to and get it out of here. Drive it out of there yourself.
I don't know how you handle one of these things.
I know how to drive them. I'll take it out of there.
Oh, good. Okay, Jerry, I want to go back up the hill and get a setup up there.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. They took my Jeep.
Listen to this, Vince. Just listen. Worcester Falls, Kansas. Several farmers here last night reported seeing strange objects in the sky. The most detailed description was given by Cyrus Plunkett, who said something shaped like a banana squash with red lights the size of tomatoes circled his barn for almost half an hour, scaring the chickens half to death. What do you think of that?
I think Cyrus Plunkett and Gomer Pyle are two of a kind.
You mean you don't believe these fellows saw them either? Sarge, there's a story like this in the papers almost every day.
Boyle, will you pardon me? Until one of them things actually lands and they show it on television, I'm gonna have my reservations. Do you mind?
But Sarge, there's just too many of these sightings. They can't all be just people's imaginations.
Then look, Boyle, it stands to reason. If them people went to all that trouble to come from millions of miles away, why didn't they at least stop and say hello?
But Pyle said they did.
And that's another thing. If they're smart enough to do all that, why do they want to stop and talk to Pyle of all people on this earth, huh? Answer me that, huh?
Look, Sarge, don't get me in the middle. I don't know if Pyle saw one or he talked to one. I'm just saying that there are reportings like this in the paper every day.
Sergeant Carr. I'm all out of breath. I run all the way.
Yeah, what is it now, Pyle?
The Jeep. They took the Jeep. One of them took the Jeep and drove right away with it.
They did? Who did, Pyle? Who took the Jeep?
One of them little men. I got out to see if I could find them again. And when I turned around, one of them was driving the Jeep away.
You actually saw one of these little men get in a Jeep and drive away?
I saw him, Sergeant. I saw him with my very own eyes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's very interesting, Pyle. Look, why don't you wait outside a minute? I gotta make a phone call.
But, Sergeant Carter, that was government property. Where was he going with it?
I don't know, Pyle. Just wait outside a minute.
I think we ought to go right back out there and comb the entire area.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good idea. Just as soon as I make this phone call, I'll be right with you.
I feel just awful about this, Sergeant. But how was I to know that one of them little men could drive a Jeep?
Well, maybe they have Jeeps up there, too, huh?
You really think so, Sergeant?
Look, Pyle, will you just wait outside?
All right, Sergeant.
What do you think now? Even Cyrus Plunkett never saw one of them get in a Jeep and drive away.
I guess you're right, Vince.
I know I'm right. This kid's in bad shape.
Yes, Sergeant. He what? They did. Well, it seems to me there's only one thing for you to do at this point. Why don't you go out there with him?
Well, all right, if you say so, sir. But what do you think really happened to the Jeep?
I don't know. He might have forgotten where he parked it. Or possibly he deliberately hid it. The whole point is to get you out there with him, it seems to me. So go, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. I'll call you when we get back.
Well, what'd he say, Vince?
He said I should go out there in the woods with Pyle and look around.
What I've been saying all along, see?
Looks like Pyle's in for a few sessions with the doc.
No kidding.
Hallucinations.
What?
Seeing things, don't you know? Okay, Pyle. Come on, let's go. You drive. Take us out where you left the Jeep. I mean, where those little men stole the Jeep.
Sergeant, before we go, could I ask you something?
What, Pyle?
Well, I get the feeling that you don't believe me. Am I right, Sergeant?
What do you mean, Pyle?
Well, from the sound of your voice, you sound like you don't believe me about the Jeep. And that means you don't believe me about the flying saucers or the little men either.
Well, it is kind of strange. The whole story. Don't you agree?
But do you believe me, Sergeant?
Oh, well,
Well, I sure hope so, because I never have lied to you, Sergeant. I never have lied to you as long as I've known you, since I've been a Marine. And I never will either.
Come on, Pyle, let's get started.
And cut. Okay, that was fine, people. Okay for everybody here? All right, then, that'll do it.
All right, that's a wrap. We're all through here, folks. Let's start getting the stuff in the truck.
What about the Jeep?
Oh, I forgot about that. Have somebody drive it up on the road where we found it.
Right. Driver, you gotta drive on that Jeep.
There it is, Sergeant. I just don't understand it. It's right where I left it.
Yeah, there it is, all right.
Well, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. It wasn't here the last time I was here. I mean, I parked it here, and then it was gone. I mean, it was here, and then it wasn't here.
Yeah, Pyle.
I went right down here behind those bushes to have a look, and when I turned around, one of those little men was driving it off. Hey, maybe they're still down there.
Are you sure you were wearing your watch while we were having lunch?
Yeah.
There they are. There they are. Sergeant Carter, they're here. Hey, fellas, would you wait here just 1 minute? It's real important. I mean, no go. You stay. I come back. Sergeant Carter. Sergeant Carter. Come quick. They're right over in there, and I told them to wait, so come on, hurry.
Look, Pyle.
Please, Sergeant, they may go away again, so please, come on, hurry.
I don't know, maybe I didn't have it when we were having lunch.
Hey, Russ, maybe you dropped it getting off the truck.
Hey, maybe I did. Come on, let's go look.
Right up here, Sergeant. They're right up here. Hey, fellers. Fellers. Boys. Little man. They were right here, Sergeant, right here on this spot. I saw them, I really did.
Pyle.
But
Listen, Pyle, I want to talk to you.
about what, Sergeant?
Do you feel I've been neglecting you lately? I mean, not paying enough attention to you?
Well, no, Sergeant.
I know I don't see you as much as I did in boot camp, but I want you to know that I think about you a lot.
Well, I think about you a lot too, Sergeant.
Well, that's good. Anyway, I want you to know that whatever happens to you from now on and wherever you may go, my thoughts will go with you.
Go? But I'm not going anywhere.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, Pyle. In any case, I want you to know that if I've ignored you, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you just drive back to the base? I'll take the other Jeep.
But aren't we going to go look for those little men anymore, Sergeant?
No, I know where the little men are, Pyle.
You do? Where?
Well, you get the Jeep back to the barracks and wait for me, and then we'll go over and see someone who knows all about the little men.
Who's that, Sergeant?
Well, we'll just pay a visit to sick bay, and then you can have a talk...
Sick bay? You said you believe me, Sergeant, and you don't. You think everything I've told you's a story, don't you?
Please, Pyle. I believe that you think you saw someone. That's why we got to go over to sick bay, and you got to talk to the doc.
You don't believe me. You really don't believe me.
Well, that's what the doctors are there for. I mean, when a guy starts seeing things...
You don't believe that I saw those little men just now or any time?
Well, that's not important, whether I believe you or not.
I just want you to know one thing, Sergeant. I didn't lie to you, and I never will.
Pyle?
To see a watch, did you? I think I lost it someplace around here.
Hey, Russ! I found it! Here it is!
Great! Where'd you find it?
Well, how about it? We can't wait any longer. What is it with you people anyway? Two of you looking for a watch? One of you sacked out of sleep someplace? Come on, get in the bus.
Wait a minute. You guys been here all day? You making a movie?
Yeah, that's right.
A movie about space and flying saucers and everything?
That's right. Hey, look, buddy, I gotta go.
Listen, am I glad to see you?
Yeah?
Yeah! He saw him. He really did see him. That's it. So what you saw, Pyle, was just some guys making a movie, that's all.
For gosh sake, Sergeant, that sure relieves my mind. A movie, think of that.
Well, if you had any brains, Pyle, you'd have known immediately that's what it was. I mean, things like that always have a logical explanation.
You knew right away, huh, Sergeant?
Of course, the minute I laid eyes on her.
Well, it sure looked like the real thing to me. But the main thing is that you know that I wasn't lying to you. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but you did the right thing coming to me right off and telling me about it. You should never be afraid to come to me and tell me about anything that bothers you. If you can't figure it out, I'll help you with it. Will you remember that?
I sure am glad to hear you say that, Sergeant, because there is something I was afraid to tell you.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, you won't be angry with me, will you?
Of course not. You heard what I just said.
And you will believe me, won't you, Sergeant?
I'll believe you. What is it?
Well, last night, right before I went to sleep, there was the funniest noise coming from underneath the barracks. And since you took my troll doll, I hate to think what it is. Do you think that underneath the barracks we might...
Knock it off, Pyle. Get back to work and finish some windows. Move it. All the dumb, lame-brained ideas.
I'm sorry to have put you to all this trouble, mister. Have a nice trip.
Boy, what a waste of time this is. I bet we've stopped 20 cars, and for what? Nothing.
Well, there must be smugglers operating in this area.
Oh, Gomer, you really believe that?
Well, why would the state police ask the Marines to cooperate in setting up all these roadblocks? It's all part of a big trap.
Some trap. Stuck out here in the boondocks, we got a better chance of trapping a gopher.
Well, you never know. The Mexican border's practically around the corner, and them smugglers is getting through somehow. Hey, Duke, here comes a car.
Gomer, believe me, it's nothing. Believe me, it's nothing.
What's the matter here? Something wrong?
Sorry to trouble you, ma'am, but we have orders to stop every car.
What? What are you talking about?
Gomer, she's no smuggler. That's all right, ma'am. You can be on your way.
Now, wait a minute, Duke. I know you're not a smuggler, ma'am. It's just that we have orders to search every car.
What do you think you're going to find in this car?
Well, you never know, ma'am. You could be the innocent carrier of smuggled goods. Them smugglers could have put some articles in your car unbeknownst to you.
For heaven's sake.
Gomer, will you let her...
Attention. Roadblock Charlie 3. Roadblock Charlie 3.
That's us. I'll get it. And let her go.
I'll search under the hood. That's always a favorite hiding place.
Roadblock Charlie 3 reporting.
Charlie 3, secure all equipment and prepare to move out. Transportation will pick you up at main intersection at 1300 hours. Acknowledge and over.
Roger. Okay, Gomer, let's wrap it up. We gotta meet the trot in 10 minutes.
Shazam, would you look at that?
What is it, Gomer? What'd you find? Jewelry, marijuana, what?
A corroded battery cable.
What?
Well, look for yourself. It's about ready to break off.
Oh, brother, never mind that. Let's pack up and get out of here. The truck's on its way.
Ma'am, if I was you, I'd try to get that fixed right away. It could give you some trouble.
That's Emo's service station for you. They're always in such a hurry.
And, ma'am, while you're at it, your fan belt's a little loose. You could have Emo tighten that up, too.
Gomer, let's go. We're gonna be late.
The fan belt, too?
Yes, ma'am. In the morning, how does she start up? Does she start up right away?
No, not really.
Oh, boy.
I'm thinking of what the trouble is. It's your spark plugs. I think you got weak plugs.
I'm certainly going to tell Emil about this. Young man.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you please check the oil and water?
Oh, be glad to.
Gomer, what are we doing? We gotta pack the radio.
Your water's fine, ma'am. You're about a half quart down on your oil. Looks like to me she needs changing. You're getting a little greedy.
Thank you, young man. Emo's certainly going to hear it from me.
You mean you're not gonna do her windshield?
No.
Gomer!
Thank you very much, Private. You've been very kind.
It's okay, ma'am. You just tell Emil that a satisfied customer is a loyal customer.
I'll tell Emil, all right.
Okay, Gomer? Too bad you don't give stamps.
No wonder people have so much trouble with their cars. Everybody's in such a hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Do you know who's not going to be in business very long? Emil.
My aching back. They call this equipment portable.
Well, if you want to rest a while, we could stop for a breather.
A breather? We'll be late for the truck. You and your car servicing.
Hey, there it is. There it is. You see? You was worried for nothing, Duke. We're here in plenty of time.
Hey, it's leaving. Hey, fellas, wait for us! Wait for Charlie! Wait! Well, that's a motor pool for you. They could have waited. Of all the rotten...
Blame them, Duke. We was late. Might as well make an example of us as anybody.
Yeah, and guess whose fault it is? Now, you sorry you didn't give that lady a wash and lube job, Gomer?
Sorry, Duke.
That helps. In the meantime, we're stuck way out here. It's at least 10 miles to the base.
I guess the only thing for us to do now is to hitch a ride. Folks are always happy to pick up servicemen.
You were saying about us picking up a ride, Gomer? Any particular day?
Hasn't been much traffic.
Well, I gotta rest, Gomer. This thing weighs a ton.
Hey, Duke, here comes one now.
What's up, boys?
Excuse me, sir. Are you going as far as the Marine base? Could we hitch a ride with you?
Well,
Please? This is awful heavy, and I really would appreciate it.
Well, I suppose so. Okay.
Can we put this equipment in your trunk?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is real neighborly of you. My name's Gomer Pyle, private first class, and this is my buddy, TFC Duke Slater.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Burton. You fellas been out on maneuvers?
Oh, no. We've been out helping the state police set up roadblocks. Do you know this whole area is infested with smugglers?
No kid.
Are you from around here, sir?
No, I'm from upstate. I'm just stopping off in town on some business.
Well, listen, if you're going to be in town a day or two, why don't you come out to the base? We can show you through our barracks and take you through the service club. We've got new ping pong tables and cork paddles.
Well, thanks. Perhaps some other time.
Well, you're welcome any time, on account of we got all kinds of things you'd be interested in. Do you know what you might like to see? You might like to see our fat boys' gym. That's where we really slim them down.
Another time.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Listen,
Huh?
I think you've got a bad water pump.
What?
Gomer, don't start.
I think you've got a bad water pump. Have you been going to email service station, too?
Nothing, Mr. Burton, nothing at all. Thanks again for the lift. We really appreciate it.
It's okay.
Well, thanks again, Mr. Burton. And I'd have that water pump looked at. So long, Mr. Burton. You hear that? You can hear that water pump from here.
The radio!
We left it in Mr. Burton's trunk. What are we going to do?
That's a good question.
Oh, Dick, this is awful. What do we tell the sergeant?
What's even more scary is what Sergeant Carter going to say to us.
Of all the bird brain, numbskull, knuckleheaded stunts.
You're right, Sergeant. It was just plain silly of us. And we could just kick ourselves, couldn't we, Duke? Just kick ourselves.
Now, hear this, you goofballs. That piece of equipment cost the government $650.
$650? That much?
And I signed for it. You understand that, Pyle? I am responsible.
Well, that's just not fair, Sergeant. It was our fault, and we should at least share in the responsibility.
Oh, really?
Sarge, there must be some way of getting that radio back. After all, we know the driver's name.
That's right. His name's Mr. Burton, and he's a real nice fella.
Yeah, I'll bet. Probably a real nice crook.
Oh, no, not Mr. Burton. And I'm sure we'd recognize the car. I'd know it anywhere.
Oh, you would, huh? Pyle, did you ever stop to think there are probably a million of them cars running around the country? Where do we start to look? Maine? How about Chicago?
Well, wait a minute. I just remembered. Mr. Burton's staying over here in town.
That's right. He's here on business.
Well, so what? A fat chance you gotta find him.
Please, Sarge, it's worth a try.
The town's not all that big.
Right. What do we got to lose?
Can we try, Sergeant, please?
You sure you'd recognize the car?
Yes, sir, Sergeant. I'm positive.
Go get changed. Slater, you stay here and answer the phone. Just on the slim chance this guy turns out not to be a crook and calls in.
Right, Sarge.
Yeah, and there's one more thing you can do. Pray. Well?
Nothing yet, Sergeant.
A wild goose chase. I'll tell you something, Pyle. If you don't find that radio, you're going to be court-martialed and shipped to a new base.
A new base?
That's right, Fort Leavenworth.
Leavenworth?
That's correct. You may become a 30-year man.
Sergeant, it's just... That's it. There it is, Sergeant. That's the car.
Are you sure this is the car, Pyle? Are you positive?
This is it, Sergeant. This is it. It was dark blue and had white sidewall tires. I remember. This is Mr. Burton's car, all right. Yeah, this is the car, all right. Boy, aren't we lucky, Sergeant?
Yeah, very. The trunk's locked.
Oh, well, then we'll just have to wait here till Mr. Burton gets back.
Well, what if he doesn't get back? He may be gone all day. We got to get this radio back to supply.
What do we do?
Well, there's nothing else I can do. I'll have to pick the lock.
Pick the lock? You're not thinking about breaking into Mr. Burton's car, are you?
Pyle, I don't have much choice. I hate to do it, but it's a $2 lock against $650 worth of government equipment.
But breaking in, Sergeant, we could get in a whole lot of trouble.
What do you think we're in right now? Just keep your eye out and see that we're not spotted. It's empty.
Sergeant, there's the car.
What'd you say?
That car that just passed, that's it. That's really it. That's the car.
Don't tell me that's the car. This is the car, the one we just broke into.
No, Sergeant, that's it. Mr. Burton was driving it. I recognized him.
But you told me... Oh. Oh, leave it alone. Come on.
This is the car, all right. I recognize the upholstery. Mr. Burton must have gone into one of these buildings.
Well, we're not waiting for him, that's for sure.
You're not going to do that again, are you, Sergeant?
Pyle, I told you I have no choice. Another empty. Pyle!
Hey, Harry, look over there down the street. That bulletin we just got about the 2 car thieves in Marine uniforms.
Pyle, what is it with you?
Well, I just don't understand, Sergeant. The radio's... Sergeant, the police.
Huh?
They're looking this way.
Let's go. They were standing here just a minute ago.
Do you think they're gone yet?
Quiet, I can hear them.
Ow! I sure wish they'd go. My tailbone's backed up against the jack handle.
Maybe they ducked around the corner. Let's check.
Sounds like they took off. Let's hang on for another minute and then get out.
That was a close call, Sergeant. We was lucky, just plain lucky. We're moving, Sergeant. We're moving. Where are we going?
I don't know, Pyle, I don't know. But wherever it is, why do I have to go there with you?
I know this is all my fault, Sergeant, and I just want you to know how sorry I am.
Don't talk, Pyle. Just don't talk. Later we'll talk. We'll go back to my office, we'll move the furniture, lock the door, and then we'll have a talk. Oh, boy, will we talk.
Tell me, Sergeant, I know I'm responsible for that radio, and, well, if it means clearing your good name, I'm more than willing to go to penitentiary.
Oh, no, Pyle. If we don't find that radio, I'm the one going to the penitentiary.
You, Sergeant, but why should you go? I'm the one that should go.
You can't go, Pyle, because, you see, you're dead. I killed you. That's why I'm going, and it'll be worth every minute of it.
Looks like we're slowing down.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? It's starting to rain. Do you hear it, Sergeant? You hear it?
Yeah, I hear.
That's a nice sound. Rain on the roof. I always did.
Knock it off. This may be the time to make our getaway. Come on, let's get this trunk open. Ready? 1, 2, go!
Believe me, I had no idea you fellas were trying to follow me.
Well, we had no choice, Mr. Burton. You see, that's a pretty expensive piece of government equipment.
I figured it was. That's why I put it in my motel room. The minute I found it, I wanted to get in touch with you boys, but I didn't know how.
Well, I knew it was safe. I just knew it. You see, Sergeant Carter and you was so worried. Sergeant Carter here thought you might be a sneak thief and try to make off with you.
Knock it off, Pyle. Do you mind, Mr. Burton?
Come on. Well, this is it, fellas. We'll go in and you can pick up the radio.
Sure picked a nice place to stay, Mr. Burton. Plenty of parking space. Look over there, Sergeant. They got free television. If you and Miss Bunny ever got married, this would be a nice place to spend your honeymoon.
Yeah, real good, Pyle.
Well, there it is, boys, if you want to check it over.
Boy, am I glad to see this again.
Gee, thank you, Mr. Burton, for keeping it so nice for us.
Okay, Pyle, stow that equipment and we'll give it the old heave-ho. And whatever you do, don't...
Don't worry, Sergeant. Nothing's gonna happen.
Pyle.
Personally, I think we owe Mr. Burton a whole heap of thanks for putting him in so much trouble. Sam!
Let's get your hands up.
What's the angle? What did you bring them here for?
You get it? Those uniforms are just the ticket for getting us through those roadblocks.
Sergeant, guess what? They're smugglers.
No kidding.
Let's get going.
Well, what are you two waiting for? Get those uniforms off!
Mr. Burton, you may have done some awful things, but I just know you couldn't take the uniform off the back of a serviceman.
Well, the pants are a little too long, but the shirt fits fine.
You look terrific, boss.
I sure am surprised at you, Mr. Burton. I mean, anybody that's nice enough to pick up a serviceman didn't turn out like this.
You're breaking my heart. Come on, Nick, grab the radio and let's load it in the car.
The radio? What do you guys want with the radio? That won't do you any good.
Oh, yeah? Maybe it won't bring as much as a brand new one.
That beat-up old thing? You'll be lucky if you can give it away.
Yeah? Didn't you say it cost a lot of money?
Yes, he did. That radio cost a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, I just said that so my men would take better care of their equipment from now on. That radio's practically worthless.
Oh, no, Sergeant. You was right in the first place. Duke and me looked it up in the supply catalog. It's like you said, it cost $650.
$650, huh?
Maybe even more than that now. That was last year's catalog.
Thanks, pal. Now maybe we won't sell it too cheap.
Nice going, Pyle. You just blew the radio.
Thanks for the uniform, boys. Well, Nick, I guess you could say we're a couple of squared-away Marines.
Well, you don't look like squared-away Marines to me, that's for sure.
Pyle!
Well, they don't, Sergeant. They're not going to get very far with their pockets unbuttoned like that and no tie clasp and the hat on at the wrong angle.
Well, thanks, pal. We'll take care of those little details so we don't get stopped.
Another thing, you ain't going to get very far with that bad water pump. That thing's ready to go on you any time now, and the sooner the better.
One last thing. You talk too much. And you've got a big mouth.
It worked, Sergeant, it worked. You try it. You come over here and try it. Just start rocking it and rock up on your feet. Come on. Come on, try it. Just go over there to the wall. Come on. That's it. Rock. The best thing to do is to hook that piece of tape up to the nail. You're too low, Sergeant. Just keep working yourself up there and try to catch it right in the middle. You go ahead now, and I'm going to try to get loose from this chair. I just knew it'd work. I just did. These cheap old kitchen chairs, they're easy to break away. You can do it too, Sergeant. Come on, I'm showing you how. Come on over here. Jump on over here. Now just get yourself a good running start and back in. Huh? Oh, well, I'll untie. There you go, Sergeant. Now get your feet. Sergeant, you ought not do that. So that could smart.
We gotta find a phone booth fast.
Look, Sergeant, look.
Come on the double. Officer, boy, am I glad to see you. I think we can still catch him.
Huh?
2 crooks dressed in Marine uniforms, and they gotta be heading toward the border.
Except I don't think they're gonna get very far, not with that bad water pump.
Yeah, but we can't count on that. Let's go.
What is this? What do you think you're doing anyway?
I'm telling you, 2 crooks dressed in Marine uniforms. Why we're talking, they're getting away.
Look, we know all about crooks in Marine uniforms. We've already got a report on them breaking into a car.
You did? Well, that wasn't the crooks. That was...
Listen, fellas, why can't we get started? Aren't we just wasting time talking?
Look, we can't take off every time somebody points out a suspicious character, and we're going to wait here for orders. So get out of this car, both of you.
I'm telling you, but we know the car. We know them.
Beat it.
Okay. Now you gotta take us. See?
These guys really are a pain. Unlock them, Frank, and kick them out of here.
No, let's take them in.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We'll check out the highway before we do it. Wise guys, huh? What's that look like?
I don't know. Take a look.
Look, Sergeant Carter, there's the car.
Yeah.
I was right. Their water pump did give out on them.
Well, boys, what's the trouble?
Oh, just a little trouble with the water pump is all. It's cooling off, though. Boy, I'd sure like to get my hands on the guy who sold me this car. They'll take advantage of a serviceman every time.
Yeah, I guess they will. Well, take it easy.
Why didn't you grab him? Why didn't you grab him?
That's them. That's the smugglers.
Hey, didn't you say the crooks had a busted water pump?
That's right. That's it. That's the one.
Let's go, Harry.
You really don't have to hurry. They're not going to get very far.
Halt! Halt!
He got him. He got him. See, officer, I told you. I knew they wouldn't get far with that water pump.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you listen to this boy. He used to work at a filling station. He knows all about cars, right, Pyle?
Right. And speaking of that, when have you had this squad car serviced? I think you're about due for a tune-up. You might have these shock absorbers looked at. They don't feel quite right. Might be, though, that your wheels need alignment.
Well, thanks a lot, fellas.
Are you kidding? Thank you. We'll be in touch.
Well, you got more luck than you deserve.
Sure nice of those police officers. If it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't gotten our uniforms back or the radio or...
The radio. The radio, Pyle, the radio. We left it in the trunk of the police car.
That's right, we sure did. How in the world could we do a thing like that?
Hey!
Phone call, Sarge.
Yeah?
Who is it? Sergeant Persky over at headquarters.
Okay, tell him I'll be right there.
Boy, Sarge, you really keep this car beautifully.
Watch it, Boyle. Watch it. I don't want you to smudge it up.
I didn't even touch it.
Well, I know, but there may be some dust on your uniform, and that could get on the car, so just stand back.
I'm sorry. If I realized I was going to be in the vicinity of your car, I would have had my uniform sterilized.
Never mind the smart remarks. Just tell Persky to hang on.
I've got a ribbon if you want to wrap it as a gift.
Yeah, I found him. He'll be here in a minute. Well, guess what he was doing? Right. You'd think he was married to that car. Well, here he is now. Hey, Sarge, who's watching the car?
Sergeant Carter here. What? San Francisco? What for? You're kidding. Okay, sure. I'll bring him back. Sure. So long.
What's up?
Remember that guy Franklin that used to be in our outfit?
Franklin. Sure. The guy who was AWOL for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, they found him in San Francisco. They want me to take a plane up there right away and bring him back to the base.
Hey, this isn't the first time he's been AWOL.
Are you kidding? He's been out and back so many times they call him Yo-Yo Franklin. But I'm gonna get him back here this time once and for all.
How long you be gone?
Well, I should be back tomorrow. Is the Jeep here?
No, Gordon had to take it into town.
Well, how am I gonna get to the airport?
Take your car and park it overnight at the airport lot.
And come back and find it all scratched up? The guy next to you opens his door against your car and makes all them little nicks and scratches. No, sir. Listen, why don't you drive me out to the airport and bring my car back here?
I can't, Sarge. I got guard duty.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Wait a minute. You would let me drive your car to the airport?
Well, sure. Why not?
I thought you had to be at least a captain.
Check the barracks.
Boy, you really go all out when you do something, huh, Gomer?
Take care of your things, and your things will take care of you. Keep thy shop, and thy shop will keep thee. You know who used to say that?
Benjamin Franklin?
No, Grandma Pyle. Did Benjamin Franklin say it too?
Yeah.
All right, you people, I need a volunteer. Slater, you're it. You have to drive me to the airport right now.
I can't, Sarge. I don't have a driver's license.
Huh? Okay, Gillette, you just won the prize. You have to drive me to the airport in my car and then bring it right back here. You got a license?
No, Sergeant.
Hey, Frisbee, you got a driver's license?
Sure I do.
Okay, let's go. You'll drive me.
Sure, Sarge. Be glad to.
What happened to your head?
Oh, nothing. I was just driving a Jeep yesterday when this guy in front of me stopped short, so I plowed into him.
Forget it. You're not driving my car. You got a driver's license, Pyle?
I sure have, Sergeant. I got a license, and I'm a very good driver. I never have had an accident. I had a feeling you'd end up with me.
Yeah.
That's the reason I didn't say nothing. I didn't want to push myself.
Okay.
I'd be proud and honored to drive your car.
Well...
And I'll take good care of it, too. Keep thy shop, and thy shop will keep thee. You know who used to say that a lot? Grandma Pyle and Benjamin Franklin.
Pyle, do you think you could drive me out the airport in my car and then bring it right back here without anything happening?
Well, sure, Sergeant.
Swear.
Huh?
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure that nothing happened to my car, that's all.
Golly, nothing will happen to your car. Why, if anything happens to that car, I hope it happens to me, too.
Don't worry, it will. All right, you know where I parked my car. Meet me there in 10 minutes. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Golly. Looks just like a brand new car, Sergeant. You sure do keep it shiny.
Don't touch it, Pyle. I didn't mean to scare you. It's a thing with me. Fingerprints drive me crazy. Now get in. I want to make sure you can drive it. Now, what's the first thing you do?
Well, first thing I like to do whenever I drive a strange car is get the feel of the brakes.
Good, good.
Next, it's important to get the feel of the wheel in your hands, see how much play there is in it.
Good thinking.
It's just right the right amount of play.
Good. Now remember, these are the lights, that's the windshield wiper, that's a cigarette lighter. If you don't mind, Pyle, I'd rather you didn't smoke in the car.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Sergeant. I don't smoke.
Yeah, well, if you take it up, don't do it in the car. That's a directional indicator. That's the handbrake.
But honest, Sergeant, I know all that.
Well, it never hurts to go over these things. Now, are you sure you can handle it?
Absolutely, positively.
Okay. Now, move over. I'll drive. Okay, Pyle. There should only be 14 8/10 more miles on the car when I get back, because that's the distance from here to the base and back. Now, from here on, you're in charge of the car.
Right, Sergeant.
Come on, I want to tell you a few more things. Remember, cover the car with a cover.
Don't worry, Sergeant, I will.
And make sure you tuck it in under the wheel so no sand blows against the hubcaps.
You can count on me. I'll tuck it in just like it was a baby in a cradle.
And remember, Pyle, no speeding. 20, 25 miles an hour is enough for anybody.
I'll be careful.
And don't turn on the heater. It may make you sleepy.
I won't, Sergeant.
Let's see. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. Let's see. Don't turn on the radio. Don't turn on the heater. Don't go over 25 miles an hour. Don't open the vents or the windows. Don't jam on the brakes. Don't smoke in the car. Don't forget to signal. Don't drive one-handed. Don't race the motor.
Right. Have a nice ride back.
Okay, Sergeant, you have a nice trip.
And remember, Pyle, I'll be back this time tomorrow. I want to see that car the same way as I left it, right there where I left it.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I'll take care of it just like it's my very own. It's gone. Sergeant Carter's car is gone.
All right, now let's have all the details. Stolen car.
See, I was parked out at the airport.
Hold it. First, a few other things. Name?
Pyle. Gomer Pyle.
All right, Pyle. When did you first discover your car was missing?
Well, it's not my car. It's my sergeant's.
All right, let's try it again. Now, whose car was stolen? That's the name I want. Name the car is registered under.
Carter. Sergeant Vincent Carter. You see, Sergeant Carter went to San Francisco, and he asked me to drive him.
Okay, Pyle. Now, when did you first discover your car was missing?
When I went to get in it.
When was that?
Oh, I'd say it was just about. Well, it couldn't have been too long. I'd say it was just a short time ago.
Pyle, I can't type all that in this little space. Now, just give me a time. How long ago was it?
Oh, I'd say about 10 minutes ago. Maybe 20. 30 tops.
Look, Pyle, this isn't a multiple choice exam. Just stick with one answer.
I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous. Golly, do you think you'll find it?
Probably have a better chance if we know what kind of car it was. Now, what kind was it?
It's a Dodge.
What year?
1961, but it looks brand new. He keeps his car in real tip-top shape.
What color?
Well, I guess you'd call it a two-tone. It's white on the top and red on the bottom. Or was it red on the top and white on the bottom? No, it was white on the top and red on the bottom. Of course, the red was kind of a raspberry. Golly, I hate to rush you, officer, but I just got to find that car before Sergeant Carter gets back tomorrow.
Look, we have to fill out these forms. Besides, 80% of the time, stolen cars are usually found abandoned somewhere within 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days? But I've got to have it back by tomorrow.
Go! What happened, buddy? You sounded terrible on the phone. Did they find it?
No, what am I going to do? Sergeant Carter's going to kill me. He's just going to kill me. He's going to kill me dead.
Look, Carter can't be mad at you. It wasn't your fault.
Yes, it was. I should have taken the keys out.
You left the keys in the car?
Sergeant Carter's going to come back tomorrow, and he's going to look for his car, and it's not going to be there, and he's going to say, "Where's my car?" And I'm going to say, "Gone." He's going to say, "Gone," and then he's going to grab me, and he's going to kill me. He's going to kill me dead.
Gomer, get a grip on yourself.
All right, now, come on. The sooner we finish this, the better our chances are of finding the car. Were there any obvious marks? Joking. Really? What make? Hold on a second. This might be your lucky day. They just found an abandoned car. What year, Freddie? 61? He thinks it's a 61.
That's it. That's it. Bless you, officer. Bless the officer that found it. Bless you all.
Where is it?
Yeah, where's it at?
No kidding.
Do they know where it is?
It's in the ocean.
It's in the ocean. They found the car, and it's in the ocean. In the ocean? Dude, Sergeant Carter's car's in the ocean. Golly.
Now, look, Pyle, maybe this isn't your sergeant's car. Why don't you wait before you panic?
Duke, Sergeant Carter's car's down there in that water, and he's gonna come back and he said, why is my car so wet? And I'm gonna say, on account of they found it in the ocean, and then he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me dead.
Look, Gomer, relax, will you?
Relax? I can't relax.
Well, you got to. My fingers are going numb.
I'm sorry, Duke, but what am I gonna do with that Sergeant Carter's car down there?
Well, first you get a great big blotter.
That ain't funny, Duke. It just ain't funny.
I'm sorry.
Any second now. Here it comes.
I can't look. Oh, please don't be the sergeant's car. Please.
Look, Gomer, it's not your fault. It could happen to anybody. Besides, it's just as much his fault for leaving the keys in the car. Did you ever think about that?
No, I didn't.
Well, think about it. Why didn't he take the keys out? You remind him of that when he gets back.
I will.
You're darn right.
And then he'll kill me dead.
Here it is. Well, Pyle, is that it?
That's the station wagon. See that, Duke? That ain't the sergeant's car.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, thank you. Ain't that wonderful? I thought that was going to be the sergeant's car down there. But it's not. That's not the sergeant's car. What a lucky thing. That ain't the sergeant's car. But if that ain't the sergeant's car, then where is the sergeant's car?
Let's go.
Gee, is there any other place we could go and look?
Well, we'd just be running around in circles. The only thing to do is wait and sit tight.
But maybe if we
Abandoned
just
car
go...
reported in an empty lot on the corner of Fairview and Essex. Cars in vicinity investigated once. Abandoned car reported in an empty lot on the corner of Fairview and Essex.
Abandoned car. That could be it, Gomer.
Golly, maybe that's it, you think?
Come on. Sergeant Carter's car, or isn't it? Could have been repainted, you know.
No, that isn't it. Or wasn't it.
Maybe something came in while we were gone. Nope, not a thing. Well, there's nothing to do now but wait. I'll call you if I hear anything.
Call me? What do you mean?
Look, Pyle, why don't you go back to base and get a good night's rest?
But I wouldn't be able to sleep a wink. Please let me stay here and wait.
Wouldn't do any good, kid. Why don't you go back to camp, get some sleep?
But I just gotta stay here till I find that car.
Look, Gomer, it might not show up for days, weeks, maybe never.
Don't say that, Duke. Bite your tongue.
Well, those are the facts, and you might as well face them.
But what about Sergeant Carter? He's coming back tomorrow, and when he gets off that plane, he's gonna say, "Where's my car?" And I'm gonna say, "Your car was..."
we know.
And he's gonna kill me dead.
Go on, Pyle. Go on back to the base. I promise to call you first thing in the morning.
Well...
Come on, buddy. Get a good night's sleep. You'll feel better tomorrow.
Okay, but you promised to call me first thing in the morning.
First thing.
He loved that car so much, it was his whole life, and now it's gone. And when he comes back, I'm gonna be gone, too. You wanna know why? Because he's gonna get off that plane, he's gonna say, "Where's my car?" And I'm gonna say, "Well," I said, "I parked your car in the parking lot, but it was stolen." And then he's gonna bury me.
I want to see that car the same way as I left it. The same way as I left it. The same way as I left it.
Pyle, hey.
Did you find the car?
Wake up, Pyle.
Officer Doogie, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't sleep back at the base.
Want some coffee?
No, thank you. Is there anything new?
I just got in. Let's take a look. Well, what do you know?
What's it say?
Stolen car was spotted just an hour ago. Answers your description.
Does it say where?
190th and Maryvale. That's on the outskirts of town where they're building a new housing project.
Oh, glory be, glory be.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. Guess that's it over there.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. This is it. This is the car. This is Sergeant Carter's car.
Hallelujah.
And it's perfect. It's just perfect. I can't believe it.
You're a lucky man, Pyle.
And all because of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Duke, I gotta call Duke.
Phone booth over there.
Hello, Camp Henderson? I'd like to speak to Private First Class Duke Slater in D Company, please. It's an emergency. Yahoo! Hello, Duke? It's me, Gomer. Guess what? Right, we found the car. Uh-huh. Yeah, just this minute. It's way out here at the far end of town. And guess what, Duke? There ain't a scratch on it. Ain't that something? There ain't the teeniest little scratch on it.
It's terrible. Just terrible. And it's stupid. Just no excuse.
Case of negligence is what I'd say.
Do you have anything to add to what the officer said, son?
He's been that way ever since it happened. That's why I came here, Mr. Gibbons. Is there anything you can do?
Well, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'll just turn it over to my insurance company. I'm certain that after 30 or 60 days, they'll be able to satisfy the claim. What's the matter?
You see, his sergeant is coming back today. He had the car all ready to return to him. If it hadn't been for the fact that one of your men left that crane unsecured. So, that's how it is with the lad. Mr. Gibbons, you were in the service once, I'm sure. Can you imagine being in a spot like that with your sergeant?
Yes. Yes. Come on. How do you like it, Pyle? If you do, it's all yours. Or I should say your sergeant's.
Shazam!
I never heard Shazam before, but I think it means he likes it.
I've made a lot of fast purchases before, but this one beats them all. What time does your sergeant due in?
Oh, golly, I just about got time to make it out to the airport.
Well, then get going.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Gibbons. And you too, Officer Doogie.
Better hurry, Pyle.
I almost forgot you got the keys.
They're in your hand.
Hey, Sergeant.
Hello, Pyle.
How was your trip?
Where's my car?
Hey, Franklin, you remember me, Gomer Pyle? Of course, you might have forgotten you hadn't been around too much lately, but welcome home.
He's not a war hero, Pyle. He was AWOL. Now, where's my car? Where is it?
Well, it's right over there.
Where? I don't see my car.
I know, that's what I got to explain. Maybe I better start at the beginning.
I don't care where you start. Just start. Where's my car?
Well, you see, right after you left yesterday, I went back to get your car, but I didn't really go back to your car because when I went back to your car wasn't there.
What are you trying to tell me? What is it? Where is my car, huh?
Well, your car was stolen.
Stolen? My car was...
Wait. See, I left the keys in it, but then I went right to the police.
Pyle, where is my car? Where is it?
Like I say, it's right over there. And you know where they found it?
They found it?
They sure did. It's parked right on the street, right near where they was tearing this building down. It wasn't a scratch on it. And then this big steel ball fell on it and just smashed your car to smithereens.
My car?
But the owner of the construction company felt so bad about it, he wanted you to have this new 1966 car with his compliments. So like I said, there's your car.
Free? Just like that? Then you ain't kidding? This is really my car?
For keeps.
Don't touch it, Pyle. Oh, boy. What a stroke of luck. What a stroke of luck. I can't yell at you, Pyle. You were lucky. And your luck was my luck. But remember, it was just pure luck. And that doesn't wipe out the fact that you were careless.
I know, but it
No
was just...
excuses, Pyle. You were careless. You never leave the keys in a car.
Well, I was just...
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say it was just a short time. But no matter how short a time, you never leave the keys in a car. Do you know how long it takes, Pyle, to just turn a little key in a lock? No time at all, Pyle. So you never leave the keys.
Holy Sergeant, you know you're right. You can't leave a key anywhere anymore.
Where's my prisoner? Don't forget, Pyle, I'll catch the next plane out, so tell Boyle to take over for me. I may not be back till late tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, Sergeant. Are you sure that Franklin's on that plane?
Yeah, they radioed the pilot. He said they'll hold Franklin for me when the plane lands in Phoenix. Just my luck. He wouldn't jump a plane to San Francisco. No, he has to go all the way to Arizona.
That boy needs an air credit card.
Very funny, Pyle. You just get back to the base, understand?
Yes, sir.
And you just take care of this car.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I won't let it out of my sight.
Make sure you don't, because we wouldn't want to have this nice brand new car stolen, would we?
No, sir.
But we don't have to worry about that, do we?
Uh-uh.
Good. Okay, Pyle, I gotta be going. So long.
So long, Sergeant.
লাগবে না, টাকাটা আমি গুনতেছি। চুপ করে বসে থাকবেন, কোনো কথা বলবেন না।
ঠিক আছে।
1 2 3 4 5।
আচ্ছা, আপনি আপনার ডেস্কে গিয়ে বসে থাকেন এবং একদম নড়বেন না।
তাতে লাভ?
আরে ম্যাডাম আসা মাত্রই আপনি তাকে ঘটনাটা বলতে পারবেন। আর আমি একটু আসি।
আপনি আবার কোথায় যাচ্ছেন?
মিষ্টি আনতে। মিষ্টি?
মিষ্টি কেন? কি ব্যাপার মনোজ সাহেব, এত হন্তদন্ত হয়ে?
আরে বেলি, আপনি কোথায় ছিলেন?
কেন, আমি তো বাসা দিয়েছিলাম।
আচ্ছা, ওই জিএম শেখ এসেছেন?
হ্যাঁ, উনি তো টেবিলে বসে কাজ করছেন।
আর আমাদের ম্যাডাম?
ম্যাডাম এখন আসেনি।
ও, আপনি আসেন। আরে আসেন না, তাড়াতাড়ি আসেন, তাড়াতাড়ি আসেন।
কি ব্যাপার, আপনি এত উত্তেজিত কেন? আপনি কি বিয়ে করবেন বলে ঠিক করে ফেলেছেন?
আরে সেটা তো করবই, তার চাইতে বড় ঘটনা এখানে ঘটে গেছে।
কি এমন বড় ঘটনা?
আরে আমাদের ওই যে জামাল আছে না?
ওই যে আমাদের অফিসের পিয়ন জামাল?
হ্যাঁ।
সে তো আছেই।
আরে সে তো আজকে নিয়ে নিছে।
কি নিয়ে নিছে?
আরে ঘুষ।
কে দিল?
আরে ওই যে লোকমান সাহেব।
কেন? লোকমান সাহেব যখন ঘুষ দিবে তখন তো আমার থাকার কথা। উনি তো নিজের মুখে বলেছে যে আমাকে সাক্ষী হিসেবে থাকতে। আমাকে ডাকলেন না কেন?
আরে লোকমান সাহেব এসে আপনাকে পায়নি তো করবে কি?
কত টাকা দিয়েছে?